dusty old town. Sirens wailed as the sun went down. They pulled me over on that lonesome road. Flashing lights made my heart explode. They said, son, step out and talk to me. But my daddy's words rang clear as can be. Keep your mouth shut, don't you be a fool. You got the right to silence, it's the golden rule. Know your rights and don't say a thing. Wait for your lawyer, let that phone ring. Keep your head down, don't make a sound. Miranda's words, best advice around. They pressed and pried, questions so sly, but I stared straight, didn't bat an eye. You got the right to remain silent, they sighed, tried to catch me slipping, but I denied. I need my lawyer before I speak. You're not trapping me in that game of hide and seek. They scribbled notes, but it didn't matter. My lips were sealed, their hopes just shattered. Know your rights and don't say a thing. Wait for your lawyer, let that phone ring. Keep your head down, don't make a sound. Miranda's words, best advice around.
Especially aggravated kidnapping, you're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy. The dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case. Dati mihi Anglican police service Latino. Oh, for Trump's sake.
Is that correct?
I didn't ask you to interrupt me.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. It's great to have you here this morning. I'm a little behind schedule, just a teensy bit. Apologize. I was studying up on the Festivus and exactly how that's going to go on Monday. Apparently, I shouldn't have decorated the pole. I'm not sure if I should take the lights off the pole and just go with the straight aluminum pole or what. But great to have you here this afternoon. Weather Watch. You're fired. Oh my goodness. It's still morning, barely. Especially if I'm in your part of the country. I got a little bit of a head start there. All right. Welcome. Good to have you here. Happy day. It's good to be here. Did I say? Oh my goodness! I said it's my fault. It's my fault. You were pointing. I thought you were mocking me for.
Happy birthday! You look good.
For being late, but apparently the stream title is what it is. The joke's on me. I'm sorry. I fixed it. Fixed it already. It's done now. Good morning. Afternoon. Did I miss everything? You guys, you're terrible. You're absolutely terrible.
Have them send someone with more experience.
Yes, that would probably be a good idea as well.
If they didn't, I would lose my mind.
I would lose my mind as well. Oh my goodness. Hello, welcome. Today's an exciting day. I get my desk today, my standing desk, which means I've got like 3 hours of assembly that was going to happen.
Are we going to address subject matter jurisdiction?
I have to say, sorry, first thing in the morning.
Shame on you, sir.
Of course, the buttons aren't working because that would be too easy. Why?
This is not Burger King. People do not
now
get
the buttons
to have
are
it
working.
their way.
Look, Abby, I can make... I fixed it. I don't know what I did, but it's working now. Abby, welcome first in chat today. Abby J, your exuberance on this wonderful morning shows through. And because of that, we're going to punish you. Yes, you are so excited to be here. We're going to punish you with internet ownership.
The zombie apocalypse may be upon us.
It may be, and that's another thing you'll have to deal with, especially on the internet. But everything IP-related worldwide, if it has a problem, it's going to come to you, and you're going to have to fix it. So, Abby, you're going to do just great. This can go on your permanent record. It will, as a matter of fact. We'll record it on our end. And if you would like to save some sort of memento from today, you can go over to the shopping page, and for the low fee of just 50 cents, you can download your own certificate of internet ownership.
In front of the Walmart.
In front of the Walmart. Certified by myself and my boss, Mrs. R.A.
About to catch a whooping.
All you have to do is just fill in the blank with your name, and it's ready for framing or use as a cover sheet on your CV. Congratulations, Abby. That's good. That's good. All right. There is one more thing we have to address a little bit first, and that is that...
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Hump day!
Happy birthday.
Welcome to Wednesday. Wow. Not sure where my son is, but welcome to Wednesday. It was short, but I sort of choked out on that one. I tapped out.
I'm not a camel.
Yes, might have hurt myself. Where's my water when I need it? All I have here is Raid, and that is not the same. Okay, water has been ordered. I placed my order. It's going to arrive here momentarily. All right, we have some birthdays this morning now that we've all warmed up our voices with the hump day yell. 7.55. I got poor marks on that one, apparently. 8 out of 10. Birdie, I think you're the highest. I'll go with birdies. Sarah T, Iris, Courtney, Meek, Benjamin, and Brandon all celebrating their special day. Does that include the person that said they were going to be late today? I'm trying to remember who that was. They came on yesterday. Samantha, do you remember? Or Sharon? I don't know who said they'd get them added. Is that person included? I have my waters now. 3 waters have arrived. And they're even cold because the part of the house we keep, that was Sarah T. Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate that. The water is cold, Deer Park water. Not a sponsor yet, Deer Park. Hint, 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 hint. We keep the water in a part of our house that is not heated or cooled. And this time of year, it's cold water. Other parts of the year, it gets hot. All right. Haley's Comet, we sang to you. We sang to Haley's Comet. If you go back on the birthday stream, just saying, we sang to you. Going to be added from the 9th. We'll include you today as well. But if you go back and watch the birthday stream or the birthday song on the 9th, you'll see that we sang to you. I remember it in my head because I asked if it was like a person, the Haley's Comet, or if it was like Haley's Comet Discovery. That's one of the few memories I have. So, let me get a little drink of water here. Fix the vocal cords. Okay. Now we're good. All right, so we'll add Haley's Comet today, just in case you missed that one. But we're going to sing Happy Birthday to kick the day off and get things started because we do have things to go and places to be and people to see or something like that. And we're going to sing to Sarah, Iris, Courtney, Benjamin, Brandon, and Haley's Comet. So all of you stand up, take a deep breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbor, warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. Excellent. That sounds good. The hump day cheer really loosened up the vocal cords. All right, dancers at the ready, go. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. You look good.
Happy birthday to you. Red pen at time is perfect. Happy birthday, Sarah, Iris, Courtney, Benjamin, Brandon, and Haley's Comet. Happy birthday to you. Those names were terrible to get through for some reason. Sarah T, Iris, Courtney Meek, Benjamin, Brandon, and Haley's Comet. Delayed. Happy birthday. I realize there are a million places you could be, a million people you could be with. Today you've chosen to celebrate with us. The privilege, the pleasure, the honor is ours. Hopefully we can turn that, make your day a little more specialer. Help yourself to eggs and toast at Tammy Dunlap's house. I'm telling you guys, we need to move closer to Tammy. Tammy, let us know if there's some homes available in your immediate vicinity. because breakfast at your place sounds delicious. Help yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, Waffle House, IHOP, Village Inn, Andy's, Tammy's. Tammy might be able to cook you some pancakes as well. Blueberry yogurt, though. That's some good stuff. Happy birthday. Hopefully we can make your day just wonderful. Thanks for being here with us. There's no homes available in Boca del Vista. Who's in Boca del Vista? All right. Tammy wouldn't give me my pancakes. Will you give me pancakes? Says Melissa B. Melissa actually went to IHOP and got denied on the birthday. I think that's grounds for like a class action lawsuit. She'd get free pancakes. All right, Skylar, happy birthday to all my birthday buddies. Skylar, is it your birthday? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. If it is. Did I sing to you already? I think we did. I don't remember who we sang to now. Oh, yeah. All right. Wonderful. I went to Denny's and they still refused. I'm going to send you a coupon for pancakes, or a gift card for pancakes. Oh, the drums are starting. Everyone, if you've never played an instrument before, today's your day to learn how to play the drums. Grab your drum air sticks. We're going to do a little around the toms and hit the crash at the end. Ready? Here we go. Who has the perfect timing on the sound effects? Oh, that was me. I hit party. That was me. I didn't realize I bumped it when I was playing the air drums. When does it? I guess that becomes an actual instrument. Melissa, so I'm still just a little bit salty. Melissa, text me your favorite breakfast establishment restaurant. I'm just curious. I'm going to see if we can do something. I'm going to call the manager. All right. We are ready to kick things off. We had a good time in Mr. McNally's court the other day. That was interesting. He's got a few things going this morning as well. I wanted to jump off
Happy
there
birthday.
first.
You look good.
Thank you, Judge Fleischer. Appreciate that. Let's jump over to Judge McNally really quickly. Let's see, Judge, you there? There you are. How are you doing this morning? Fine morning. For your birthday, I'm getting a desk, everybody. Is that exciting?
Jerry's Ehab Kildani.
What?
24B1473317. Lisa, we're going to just adjourn this.
If they didn't, I would lose my mind.
Is anybody going to be here from Brownstown in a week or not?
Nobody from Brownstown.
No, Brownstown's a Wednesday, so the next 2 Wednesdays are holidays. So we can do the 15th at 8:45.
All right, just tell him no more adjournments, okay?
I saw this.
He's ill, it says, and he wants an adjournment, so I'll go ahead and accommodate, but no
Legal
more
Vices
adjournments on that. Michael Anthony Robert
passed away
Brown,
over the weekend.
24B1455571.
Our hearts are just broken. But
which case do you have?
His goal was to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And
what's that?
He's now at 95,000.
Okay, I'll be right with you.
He's almost
where's
there.
Michael Brown at?
His family will be
Brown, your name?
receiving his YouTube plaque.
Michael Brown.
All right, raise your right hand, sir. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Who was your probation officer?
Elizabeth Wilds.
I'm going to need Ms. Wilds in here, please. Did you do everything you were supposed to?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
All right, so since you were in court in front of me, have you been arrested? And I'm talking about since June 13 of 24.
June. Yeah, for the larceny.
Well, that's what you're here for, is the larceny on a review hearing. I sentenced you on that date. I took it under 771.1.
Yes.
I think Legal Vices channel
I just,
hit
if she
100,000
needs to
today.
show on Zoom, that's fine. I just don't have, look, just stay right there. I need to have this file taken over to probation. Will you do that for me, please? John, forget it.
Nobody's answering over probation.
Take that over there. I need them to, Beth Wiles, to write on there and tell me that everything's been complied with.
Okay.
Which case do you guys have here? I don't even know. Do we have a file for you?
Timothy Daly.
Where's the file?
Groseville prosecutor has filed a room.
She's the Groseville prosecutor.
Yeah.
Bring that in and I'll call it.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I had him desk in between.
Get what?
Adam, I saw that. Not showing up as live. I think we're live. It says I'm on the air.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Tell you what. I could use that list of all the phone numbers right here.
Okay.
Somebody get the judge a
This is
Rolodex.
the old one. So we want to get in the new one here, okay?
Yeah, I can do
Bear with me 1 second.
No, you're okay.
Is this the newest one?
Yeah. And then I can just make a copy for myself.
That's perfect. It can go right there.
Okay.
Come on up. Hand her that file and I'll call that, okay?
Greeners, the best I can do is to hold up my phone to the screen here and show you that that is in fact Wednesday the 18th. Of December.
Are they over there?
It is live.
He was not in there.
You're easily satisfied. It's like, good enough. Good enough.
Timothy Daly, 249-76085.
Good morning, I'm Lisa Mommy on behalf of Roseville Township.
This is a formal hearing date, isn't it?
It is, Judge, and it's my understanding the defendant does intend to plead responsible to the charge, and we would like to address the court as far as sentencing goes on the charge.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This is an old STIP form that was on the top from November 20. Mr. Daly, your name?
Timothy Daly.
All right. Is that true that you wish to plead responsible?
I agreed to tear down the shed. Okay. And so when I tried to discuss with them, timing on it, they said we have to have a formal hearing. So that's why I'm here, wasting the time of the court.
Well, we don't have to do anything.
No, I understand.
If you want to plead responsible, you can. If you choose not to, then we're going to have the formal hearing.
No, I agreed to take down the shed.
I know,
wasn't going to fight.
That's not going to suffice here. If you're either going to plead responsible to that,
to
the zoning violation.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll say
having the shed within 6 feet of the side lot line.
Yes.
Or we're going to have a hearing, or they're going to dismiss. One of three things are going to happen today.
I'll plead responsible.
All right, to the charge of zoning violation, having a shed within 6 feet of the side lot line, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, I'll accept the plea.
Okay, these are silly laws.
What is the agreement?
Judge, the issue is, and you might recall.
I do.
Mr. Daly indicated to the court that that shed has been there forever, was dilapidated, and all he did was change the roof. I have witnesses here who live next door. I have photographs from the real estate listing from 2020 that do not show a shed there. He misrepresented that fact to the court. What I'm not as concerned about that as I am about.
Did you live there in 20?
No, I moved in 20. That's from before I was there. So I don't know the data that they showed me a photograph. I said, I've got photographs.
Was the shed there?
I'm not even arguing about it.
Was the shed there when you moved in?
There was a
yes or no?
Yes, there was a greenhouse thing that was there. Yes.
Judge, the issue for us is not so much his admission or his truthfulness. The issue is the damage it's causing to the adjacent property owner. They have had significant erosion. They've had to build berms there to keep their whole yard from flooding. And the concern is,
his shed is
while
causing
Mr.
flooding?
Daly indicated he's willing to remove the shed and bring it into compliance with the zoning ordinance, he's indicated that he needs till the summer to have it removed. And the complainants are concerned with another year of damage and the
And under what authority do I have on a civil infraction here?
you have the authority of equitable relief under a municipal civil infraction.
Pull out your civil infraction, your ordinance. Let me take a look at it, unless you have it handy there.
I didn't bring it, Judge.
If I have, you get it, and I'll call this case in a couple minutes, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. I'm accepting your plea. You can have a seat. What?
May I just?
I'm not giving you till next summer.
I didn't want, I never said, I don't know where she came up with that. I'm sorry. We never discussed any dates. They just said, you have to tear the thing down. It's not down yet. I said, we just talked last week. It took me 7 weeks to build this thing. And it's winter. And I said, hey, how about, I was prepared to come in here and say, okay, I'll start April 1st when the spring, and I'll tear it down and have it done by May 30th. That gives me the weekends to get it done and I'll have it done. This is like,
How long ago did the township notify you of this issue?
They put stickers on my door in June, I believe.
All right. Well, this is December.
Yeah.
And how many months have transpired since June? 6, right?
You did just admit to building it.
Yes, but I was thinking that I could get this resolved, but then they said it would take me, I'd have to give a...
Go get your ordinance. Have a seat. I'll be back with you guys in a minute.
Thank you.
Give me Stephen Church out there somewhere. Stephen William Church.
Took 7 weeks to build the shed that was already there.
24B147140.
I'm sure the judge caught that.
Good morning. Your name?
Stephen William Church.
You waived your right to a lawyer before. I arraigned you on November 20. You waived your right to a lawyer and pled guilty on December 4th to telephone harassment.
Yes.
I ordered a pre-sentence report. Before we go on, I want to remind you, you have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense if you cannot afford one. If you can't afford one, I'll give you an adjournment to go hire one. If you want one and can't afford one, you can fill out a petition now and I'll give you a lawyer. What would you like to do?
I guess get an attorney.
Can you afford your own or do you want one to?
No.
Okay, you can fill out a petition for one. And we're going to still handle this today then. I'm sure we can get you a lawyer that can look over this pre-sentence report and we'll go from there.
I can just imagine
Is the
going
victim
to court
out there on this one, Lisa?
over my FU trees.
No, not on Zoom.
That's Madeline Fritz. Okay. All right. So you can fill out a petition. Is this all true? Do you earn $360 to $500 a week?
I'm commissioned right now. It's slow. I'm a tow truck driver. So
I know that. But
yeah, I range in between 300 and the biggest check I've had was 1,600. But that was last year. I'm just waiting for the snow to fall right now.
All right. So
Gets
you
really
fill out a
busy when it
petition
starts
right now.
snowing.
You can tell me how much you've made this year to date. On average, how much you make. I get the fact there might be weeks where you make 1,500, weeks where you make 200. So on average, I'll need to know how much you make. Okay. All right. Thank you.
So tow truck driver is getting a lawyer. The shed guy is losing. He's got to tear down the shed. It's too close to the property lines. I don't understand how his shed is causing all the erosion on his neighbor's property unless this thing is massive and there's huge runoff from the roof.
Good morning, Pam. I need to jot that up. Right on that file.
Can I have the pepperoni?
There were no notes, but the quicker the better because I've had this gentleman up here waiting. Okay.
Hold the anchovies. Mm-hmm.
That's Michael Brown. He brought the file over. John brought the file over about 5 or 10 minutes ago or so. Okay, thank you. James Edwards. James Elmer Edwards. 24B147423. We'll be right with you, Mr. Brown. Come on up to the podium, sir.
Okay.
Your name?
Yes, sir.
What's your name, sir?
James E. Edwards.
All right, you have an improper plate charge. You have the right to a lawyer if you want one. You want a lawyer?
Or I can erase and everything.
I just need to know if you, You're charged with it. Are you hard of hearing?
Yes, sir. I got it.
I'll keep my voice up nice and loud. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, you're charged with improper plea. That is a misdemeanor. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one. Otherwise, I'll arraign you, explain the charge, explain the possible penalties, explain your rights, and then you can go talk to the prosecutor on your own. It's entirely up to you.
This ended now. Whatever I got to do.
He says, finish him.
You want to waive your right to a lawyer, or do you want to have a lawyer?
Waive the right.
All right, it is alleged that you did have an improper plate on a motor vehicle on I-75 southbound near Dixon, Brownstown, November 30th, 24 at 1:21 in the morning. That is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to $100 in fines, 90 days jail. Costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. I'm going to give you a $100 personal bond. You're going to go talk to the prosecutor. You're going to see if you can work something out with the prosecutor. Here are your bond conditions. In case it isn't resolved today, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You go talk to the prosecutor. He'll bring the file to the prosecutor, and he'll tell you where to go right outside the door there. And then after you talk to the prosecutor, you're coming back in here, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions?
No, sir.
Jose Maurice, Maurice Morris, 24B147-444 A and B. Seat in the hall. Yeah. Your name?
Jose Morris.
All right. You're charged with driving on a suspended. Same thing. I can go ahead and arraign you, or you can go talk to a lawyer. It's up to you. And have the lawyer represent you. You have a driving on a suspended misdemeanor and a civil infraction of improper pass. What do you want to do?
I don't need a lawyer.
You waive your right to a lawyer?
Yeah.
On November 26th of 24, thank you. It is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle on Sibley, East Inkster, and Brownstown at 6:00 p.m. with a suspended license. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail. Costs are all of those in 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights form?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those
no
rights.
pauses,
There will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. I'm giving you a $500 personal bond. I'm entering a plea of denial on the improper pass. Your bond conditions are as follows. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law.
State of Michigan.
You must appear in court as directed. You understand all that?
Yes.
All right. Any questions at all?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck. Thank you.
It's Judge McNally in Michigan.
Calling this Foley Carter. People against Michael Brown, 24B14.
Michael's up. Here we go.
5571 is. Your name, sir?
Michael Brown.
All right, so I now have the notes from probation. Let me just go back and
we get the
just indicate that I sentenced you in this case. It was a larceny case on June 13 of 24. I placed you on probation for 12 months. By law, you're entitled to early discharge after half the time. Is Foley Carter your name? So you know he's just here to terminate. You know he's just here to terminate, get early discharge of probation, correct?
I did not know that.
So it's up for review hearing in June. I'm fine with you doing what you did. You're moving to dismiss, right? Because he's been compliant?
I am. I have no objection to the early discharge.
All right, so you're also in agreement to move to dismiss the case based on the fact that he's been compliant. Is that true?
That's true, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Brown, you're still under oath. Since you were in court, have you been arrested?
No.
Any new charges?
No.
All right.
Larceny is the theft of personal property.
And you don't have any cases pending, correct?
Could be.
No.
Took someone's bicycle.
Prosecutor moved to dismiss. Probation says you're compliant. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, Your
Case
Honor.
dismissed. You're all set. Merry Christmas to you. Stay out of trouble, please. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Happy holiday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll go ahead and you can set him up with one, John.
What's that?
You can set up Mr. Church with a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just McNally is flying through these cases. I want the shed to come back. We got the ordinance that grants the judge authority to order
not ready
the
on
defendant
that
to tear
yet,
down the
right?
shed right now during the winter.
I'm going to appoint you a lawyer,
In
Mr.
Michigan?
Church. I looked it over. I'm going to appoint you one. You can go out in the hall. We'll set you up, and your lawyer can talk to you about that. All right?
He did not steal a beard trimmer. You're correct. Melboy, my 11-month-old granddaughter gave me a kiss for the first time yesterday. She looks like a dog, but I'll take it. That's awesome. Kisses are so, it's confusing. You know? Is the shed that serious? The victims are in court, I think. Like, our poor property is being flooded by your shed because it's too close to the boundary line. Yeah, I can see in a couple situations where that might apply, but reminds me, I know someone that ended up in jail for not removing a pole barn immediately. Whoa. A pole barn is pretty easy to remove with either a chainsaw or a tractor because they have very little support. The walls are just poles. You chop each one with a chainsaw if it's wooden, or you attach a chain up to the peak with a tractor and you pull, and the whole thing just bends over. Down it goes. Then you can take it apart from there. Grincher's pole references, 2 so far. Should I undecorate my my Festivus pole? I watched a compilation of Seinfeld Festivus clips, and apparently it's supposed to be undecorated, at least no tinsel. So make the pole feel right to you. Okay. Should I do a pole? Currently, Skelly is on the pole, our skeleton. Birdie B, congratulations in advance. That's exciting. I've only got one married child so far. No kids that we know of. But they're going overseas for Christmas. They're headed to, like, Europe. Festivus is a serious thing. It's not supposed to be fun. Bob, I'm a little confused. If I am the host of Festivus, I have to challenge people to feats of strength, and how to do that is a little confusing for me with how we're going to be. I mean, virtual arm wrestling seems like a good idea until you try it. So I'm not sure how we're going to pull this part off.
You ready, Mr. Ola, with your lawyer?
Yeah, almost. He's kind of going to be right back.
This is good news. We've got a friend who's a member here on the channel who's currently, right this moment, with day 2 with a teenage son in cancer treatment, getting chemotherapy. So, thoughts with her. Poll. I had to read that one out loud. We could do charades. Oh my goodness, that would be... I'm terrible at charades, first of all, but we might do that. We could do feats of mental strength, like bending spoons with our mind. What do you have in mind, Kathy? Hang on. Got a call. Hello? Can you hear me?
Well, I need Mr. Crawford in here on hold, please.
Oh, I'll get him for you.
Thank you.
Sorry. personal call. Mr. Crawford. Sorry. You're the game commissioner. You don't have to play. Online Pictionary is absolutely hilarious. We've got to figure out, I've got to find a game that will substitute for feats of strength. Mental gymnastics, trying to justify the actions of our silliest defendants. Every day. Similar XP, welcome. Peter Tragos is amazing. One of the pillars of LawTube. It was a privilege and honor to be on his podcast. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. Words. Like Words with Friends? What about the, like Wordle? Should we do like a Wordle type thing? Like a group Wordle? $3 p.m. in Ireland, and I have some Burger King. Sounds great. Have they opened that late? It's amazing. Judge, you got any cases there?
Why don't you go get your lawyer, Mr. Ola?
It's a big courtroom. It's like longer than it is wide, obviously. It's a very deep courtroom, or maybe it's just the camera. Susie Costello, welcome to the gallery. Brand new member here, Susie. Thank you very much for joining us.
Judge Mr. Crawford's down here pulling the files for Judge Hessen, so he'll be right down.
Okay.
All right, we'll wait. It's just...
Sir, you have to take your hat off, please.
I have to go up and tell her. Sit have to tell her name. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing okay, thank you. How are you?
Just be quiet.
She gave me this. Pearline Doucette Hammond.
Okay, shh, ma'am. Ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
What part of shh don't you understand? Susie, welcome. You're one of us now. You can never leave.
Do you have anything?
Yes, Judge.
What ordinance section?
Judge, it is,
She gave me this.
The lady just wants to talk.
Go down and have them copy that for me, will you?
I actually have it sent to Lisa.
Good.
There were two things we sent. One is the MCL that provides the equitable relief. The second thing is a brief that you asked me to file in another matter where it kind of summarized all of your authority. And an exhibit to that brief included the ordinance with the relevant section.
Okay, so you do have the ordinance section.
I have the section, yes.
Okay, because they didn't write it under state law. They wrote it under local ordinance.
Yes, I have, so the ordinance.
Okay,
is
good enough.
attached
So
to the-
Lisa, when you get that, bring that down. You ready, Mr. Crawford?
We're ready.
Recalling Marcus Ola Jr., 24W834-245. What does he want to do? I can't wait to hear. Your name?
Michael Crawford, representing Mr. Ola, sir. State your name.
Marcus Ola.
Your Honor, after much consideration and consternation with my client and the family, my client is still requesting jail time, Your Honor.
What? What?
Am I missing something?
My client is requesting jail time? Your Honor, if I could just have 3 square meals and a cot for Christmas, is that what it is? I understand if you're
Must be missing something.
Your Honor, we're hoping to throw a Hail Mary with Judge Hessen hereafter. The issue is that he can't return home.
That has nothing to do with this case.
I know, but he can't afford to have 2 probations because he can't be successful even on 1. Doesn't have the money, doesn't have any place to stay, doesn't have a car. At this point, my client seems to express to me he would appreciate having a roof over his head and 3 square meters. He's homeless.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with this case, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I get it, but he'd prefer to be in jail, have a roof over his head, and have some square meals, because right now it's a serious problem. And he gets his meds while he's there in the medical ward, and he'd be able to stay compliant and kind of kick the can on dealing with the rest. But right now, this is kind of where he is. And then we're going to go down the hall.
Maybe you're putting the cart after the horse. Maybe you should go talk to Judge Hessen first.
The last time I did that, the previous sentencing, she said, come to you first. That's why I was so optimistic when you had said you guys might talk. I was like, oh, that might work out great for us.
Okay.
He's homeless. I think he's done the math on this and says it's better for me if I'm out and have 2 bonds. I can't keep them. Okay, I'm not in a place where I can comply, and it'll be more expensive.
I'll grant your request, but I'll tell you right now, because I'm going to give you 46 more days if that's what you want to do. You want to do that? You can do that. I'm going to give you 46 more days if that's what you want to do. I'm not accomplishing the purpose that I want, and that is to make sure that you get yourself some help. So if you want to do that, you want to go in there and sit in there for Christmas until early February, that's your choice. I'm just telling you up front what's going to happen. I have no intention of ordering them not to go back to the residence. I have no intention of ordering him not to be within 2 miles of the victim. So I'll do that if he wants, but if I do that and he goes to jail for 45 days, or at least you then go down and convince Judge Hessen differently, don't come back and ask me to change my sentence, because I'm not going to. So you do what you want. If that's what you want, I'll be glad to do it. I disagree with this so wholeheartedly because I think you need help. If that's what you want to do, I'll do it. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Wow.
I don't know what else to say.
Mike Brown's attorney's here.
90 days jail, credit 44.
Serves the balance of his time.
I'm going to make a note, because under no circumstance would I have done this. Serve 46 more. Defendant requested to go to jail. He has that right. I'm not sure I'm going to. So you might still end up with the same problem down the hall. I'm not assessing any fines or costs. That's all I'm doing. Best of luck. Good luck.
Yes,
You're
sir.
in custody, sir. Thank you. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. David Benjamin Yak, 24F4716195.
The judge did not like that solution.
Good morning, Lieutenant. How are you? Your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Lieutenant Chris Rembez, City of Flat Rock Police Department.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
You know, on these misdemeanors, I'm not sure why they're doing signing on records, a 90-day misdemeanor. I'm okay. I don't know. I don't have a problem with you signing under oath down the hall. I mean, I keep getting these. It's okay if that's what you want to do. I'm fine with this, but I'm just telling you for future reference, you can do that, okay? Domestic is different. Illegal entry, 90-day without owner's permission, different. Go ahead.
All right. Your Honor, on March 21st, 2024 at approximately 9 a.m., Officer McLaughlin of the Flat Rock Police Department met with victims David McGee Jr. and Adriana McGee in the Flat Rock Police Department front lobby. David McGee Jr. stated he was speaking with the tax assessor, David Yak. David McGee Jr. stated when speaking to Yak, he asked about how the assessment was performed at his residence, which was listed as 27 Michigan, County of Wayne. At that time, David McGee Jr. questioned Yak about the area of the residence that he entered. Yak stated he went inside the garage, which is connected to the residence. Yak then proceeded to mention parts of the residence he would only be able to notice if he was physically inside the garage and the basement below, including a wet bar, bathroom, and a multi-purpose room. Yak also mentioned he went inside the garage and up the stairs, where the upstairs had drywall and molding. David McGee Jr. stated his son does online schooling with the Flat Rock schools. David McGee Jr. stated his 17-year-old son would have been home when Yak was inside the residence. Both David McGee Jr. and Adriana McGee were both afraid of Yak entering the residence with their son home. McLaughlin went to the residence at approximately 7 p.m. and spoke with David McGee Jr. and Adriana McGee. McLaughlin went through the residence with David McGee Jr., who showed McLaughlin all of the rooms Yak entered and had measurements of. Yak would not have been able to perform the measurements of the interior rooms which had no windows. Yak also mentioned to David McGee Jr. of the basement underneath the pre-existing garage. David McGee Jr. asked Yak how he would know of the basement underneath the garage due to there being no windows. This area is below the pre-existing garage and has direct access to the residence. Yak told Adriana that he is authorized to go into new construction. Adriana then advised Yak and McLaughlin that does not apply when the residence is occupied and has a C of O. Yak entered the Flat Rock Police Department approximately 15 minutes after David McGee Jr. and Adriana left. McLaughlin asked Yak how he performed the assessment. Yak stated no one answered the front door to the residence, so he continued to perform the assessment. Yak then stated he is a state assessor, so he has the right to go onto a property as it is considered an easement. Yak stated he completed his measurements he needed and then proceeded into the new garage. Yak then proceeded to the second level of the garage, then proceeded and checked the basement underneath the detached garage. McLaughlin confirmed with Yak he entered the garage. Yak stated, quote, "I did." Yak stated his understanding of the law is that he has the right to enter property. McLaughlin reiterated to open doors and enter someone's property, which Yak responded, quote, "Yup." On 6/3 of 2024, I spoke with the victim and the complainant, David John McGee Jr. David stated he still wished to proceed with the case, and since the time of this report, David Yak had contact with him, continuing to tell him that he will proceed onto his property whenever and however he wants, with or without notice. On December 12th of this year, 2024, David McGee contacted me and informed me that he had met with the new City of Flat Rock assessor, Chris Hinkle. David asked the assessor if he knew of the specific date and time in which Yak was at his residence on Arsenal Road, and thus the specific date of the incident. Mr. Hinkle looked into the computer system for the City of Flat Rock and noticed David McGee completed the assessment, and the incident was confirmed to have occurred on September 18th of 2023. Based upon the victim's statements, the admissions made by the suspect, and the officer's investigation, I forwarded this case to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office for review in the loan charge, which you now see in front of you.
Where in the world is Riga, R-I-G-A, Michigan? Do you have any idea?
No idea, Your Honor. I've heard of it, but no idea.
Okay, so Yak did an assessment, and the homeowner is mad about it?
All right.
A tax assessment?
Based on your sworn testimony, I'll find the crime of illegal entry without permission was committed. There's probable cause to believe the crime was committed by the defendant. Lisa, I'm just going to I'm going to issue the warrant. I'm not going to require an interim bond. Why don't you just go ahead and set this for arraignment and pretrial?
Where's Yak?
And
they didn't want to pay the taxes.
Seems like this should have been done with a summons instead of a warrant. Why is the prosecutor's office doing this with a warrant as opposed to a summons? Can you tell me?
I cannot, Your Honor. I just had another misdemeanor case which was signed off, and it was the same way. There wasn't a complaint attached. It was just the warrant. I'm not sure. I know if we do a case locally and not through the state, we're doing the complaint, warrant, and summons, but I don't know.
Well, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to require an interim bond in the amount of $100. And, but you can, I'll talk to you about this one later, Lisa, okay? Don't let me forget.
Wow, Mr. Yak, I think, has a little authority, and the power went to his head.
Maybe your office, maybe the police department can try to get a hold of the defendant, tell him to surrender himself, okay?
Will do, Your Honor. Thank you. You and your staff have a good holiday if I don't see you.
You too, and Merry Christmas. Wait a minute.
Merry Christmas.
I need that. And
I don't know.
That's good.
Picking a fight with your town is
okay.
is a
James
risky
Elmer
business.
Edwards, come on up here, sir. 24B147423.
Talk back.
All right.
Man, this is just a hodgepodge of weird cases.
All right. How you doing? Your name again?
James A. Edwards.
All right. So you met with the city attorney, the township attorney. There's an agreement. You're going to plead to a civil infraction of no registration with the improper plate to be dismissed. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
responsible.
And you have a valid plate now?
Yes, sir.
Can I see it?
I got it in the car. But
Well, your registration.
Yeah, right
You
here.
have that with you, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me see that. Hand that right to my court recorder, please. All right. All right, so you got this taken care of a couple weeks later. You can take this back, $135. Okay, sir? You can pay that now?
Yes, sir.
All right. Merry Christmas to you, right down the end of the hall.
Merry Christmas. Pay me $135. Merry Christmas to me. Here's Mike Baldwin's attorney. Keeps popping up.
Recalling Timothy Daly. Timothy Patrick Daly, 24I-76085.
Which one was Daly? Was he? Oh, yes. Here's our shed guy.
Once again, Your Honor, Lisa Mommy on behalf of Thursdale Township.
Your name?
Timothy Daly.
All right.
Judge, it's Article 1, Section 1-13.
We're looking for the judge's authority.
1-13, paragraph
F.
C.
Oh, okay.
And then that refers to the state law, which is also provided.
Spreading Christmas cheer and fines.
All right, look at page 3 of that brief. Do you have it?
Yes, Judge.
I think, is it not 1-13 parens F?
Parents, the reason that that brief was about the entry into a consent judgment,
Okay.
and not just the granting of equitable relief, but the ability of the township to enter onto the property and remove
Yes.
it if it wasn't done. So F applies to that, us entering onto the property if it wasn't done. We're simply asking for the equitable relief, which is the removal of the unlawful shed.
Judge's
I
written
only
this different.
provided that brief, Judge, because it gave the background for the equitable relief to district courts. I thought that would be helpful, and Exhibit B actually has the ordinance language, the actual printout of the ordinance itself. And then we also sent the staff.
All right, and what's that section again? I'm sorry.
It's section 1-13, paragraph C.
Proud Mom, thank you very much. I enjoyed it as well. Peter's amazing content creator, great lawyer, great legal mind, and his YouTube expertise is top.
All right, so what's going to be the problem if he gets it done by April?
Judge, can I ask the adjoining property owners to come and explain what has happened and what they fear might happen if he has until April?
Here we go. Victim impact statements from the
Sure.
shed. Sure, says the judge. Bring them up. Here they are on the back row. Step on up, people. It's a busy day today with Judge McNally.
The judge, and you have to say the name.
What's your name, ma'am?
Michelle R. Perry Bartha.
What's your name, sir?
Richard Barton.
How am I supposed to order him to do this in the winter? You tell me. I mean, it's going to be.
My biggest problem right now with the whole thing is the encroachment onto my property.
I got it.
The roof line. And the damage it's doing to my yard, and another winter.
What's it doing to your yard?
Pardon me?
What is it doing to your yard right now in the winter?
Just all the stuff erodes right down. It comes right down the roof line, and it comes over the fence and right into my yard.
Why can't you take care of this earlier, Mr. Daly?
They never approached me. It's just.
Well, you told me April. I'm asking you why you can't take care of this earlier.
I can't get out there. I mean, in the winter, I just, It'd be difficult to do, like, you have to get range report. I did stay over 7 weeks through the summer, weekends, I work full time. And, I'm just asking, I'll cut the roof back, I'll put a drainage pipe in, I'll do whatever to give me the time to do it. I could do that. If they were to come and approach me, they've got a shed that's 6 inches from the property line too. That's gonna have to go.
No, that's on our property.
Yeah.
It's on our property. And
But it is a
it is ours is a non-conforming building. It only took them 2 or 3 days to put it up. Why is it gonna take them more months to take it down?
Somebody needs to move. These neighbors cannot live
This
together.
guy has done nothing but lie.
All right, okay. No, let's not cast aspersions.
They both have sheds right next to the fence line. One, it drips over the fence, like the roof line drips over the fence, and the other one doesn't. They're using the too close to the fence line ordinance to get the one torn down, but the neighbor who's
pictures from
pushing the
last
issue
time. Does anybody
has
have
their own
pictures?
non-conforming building.
Wait, who's? Wait.
Where?
Judge Wolf has asked everybody not to use his feed.
You gonna hire somebody to do this?
No.
I'm gonna stay away from that, Josh. For a
How
minute.
long has this been up here?
2 years. They never approached me.
Wait a minute,
My plan was to go to them and say.
I thought you, what year did you move in there?
2022. Right after, yeah.
Math isn't mathing. Hang on.
No. Don't go anywhere. Stay up here. So I thought, did I misunderstand you? Maybe I'm wrong. Did you not tell me that this was already there when you got there?
No, this was not there. There was a building there that I replaced. That's what happened. And they said that, and
you never got a permit. You never.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And they're saying it was too close to the property line. And I said, well, they have a shed that's 6 inches, same distance from the property line. I said, and then the city's just said, hey, it has nothing to do with anybody else's sheds. You got it. So I said, fine, I'll tear it down.
When are you here again, Miss Hamami?
I'm sorry, Judge?
When are you here again?
Not until after the new year. Yeah, because I'm here on Wednesdays. Judge, can I approach with photos?
I'll be glad to look at whatever you have.
So I have the photos that were taken on October 14th, which I have a copy.
The grass, if ruined, is already ruined, right? Can we agree with that? So how much damage is it going to do if it takes them till April to get it out? What other damage? The grass has got to be already ruined.
Just their inability to use their yard, Judge. In fact, the photos I'm showing you right now, Judge, the 3 that were taken in October of 2024, and Mr. Daly, here's a copy for you. You can see that first photo, they had to actually build.
Wait a minute, slow down. What's
It's the pack of 3, the 3 photos. The first one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This shows the berm that they had to build to keep the water from damaging the area. You could see the fence is bowing a little bit as well. They had to build their own berm there to help restore some semblance of a yard.
Yeah.
And then the other photos I gave you, Judge, that was the real estate listing when you purchased. And I turned it to a photo which showed the condition of that area when it was sold by the previous owners. And I don't know if you still have it there, but it clearly shows that there was nothing next to the garage. This was what I was showing.
Yeah, I gave them that. I had given you that photo and others, the ones that are after that show the shed.
Yeah, very few people are using their yard in Michigan right now. Appreciate all those who have subscribed to Jeff on Legal Vices on YouTube.
I mean, it was pretty commonsensical that you can't do what you did here, Mr. Daly. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't pull the permit. You got this. You can see this is. All right.
The thing is, they're using the rule that it's built too close to the property line to get it removed. I would instead try to pursue monetary damages. Well, I guess there's not a. I think that's the only way they can handle it.
Fines and costs, did I let everybody finish? Mr. Daly, is there anything else?
No.
Anything else?
No, Judge.
You pay $135, and I want that shed, the existing shed removed no later than February 15th. Hopefully you'll have some warm days. Okay? And then I'm going to set it for a review hearing, Lisa, for the first day after Grosse Ile is here for the first Grosse Ile day after that date of February the 15th.
Ooh, he's going to follow
Make sure
up.
it's done.
Bring pictures.
February 26th at 8:30.
So you're going to have to come back to court on that date, and we're going to make sure that everything's taken care of, okay? Can you pay your $135 today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take care of this. Let's get this down, okay?
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Thank you very much. If you guys, do you guys want your pictures back?
I do.
Okay, make sure he gets his pictures back.
I don't need them, Judge.
All right, make sure he gets his pictures back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take that. Oh, I want that.
Similar XP, welcome.
Just a picture. No, that's
one of the
that's
few
hers.
perks that comes with being a member on the channel is the free reserved seat on the front row. That command only works for people who are members. If you're not a
Geronimo.
member, let me mute the judge for a minute.
B146.
Well, I'm going to mute him for a second. If you're not a member, there's a way to turn on gifted settings, so you can be eligible to receive a membership if one is gifted, and you could be gifted a membership, and then you get all the benefits as well. But as you can see, you don't have to be a member to talk. You don't have to give a super chat to be heard. We do appreciate the support. But either way, welcome.
Pickle will be dismissed, right?
Yes.
It's got actually 4 charges, right? Three.
Should be A, B, and C.
Megs, oh my goodness. Giving out memberships. 10 memberships right there, Megs. Thank you very much, Megs T.
I
Very
see.
generous.
So the disorderly person's going on the entering without authority. He's pleading, that's file C. He's pleading on file B as charged R&O. And then they're going to dismiss entering without authority on file B and A, larceny from an auto, correct?
Correct.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
If you do that, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs for all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Did you sign, read, and understand? And that's on each charge. You understood that, right?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right, to the charged disorderly person, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your
To the
Honor.
charged resisting obstructing officer, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you on September 30th, 24 at 6:16 p.m. on Telegraph at the Big Bear Lodge in Brownstown?
Yes, I was.
What did you do that makes you guilty of those 2 offenses?
I resisted arrest and I was drunk at the time.
All right, hang on, slow down. What did the police come to the scene? Help me out here, Mr. Gay.
Yes, Judge. Please came.
In reference to larceny from an auto?
Correct.
And then what happened?
And then Mr. Williams absconded for 3 hours. And they found him. He resisted the officer's awful commands, Judge.
Well, where are we getting the factual basis on the disorderly person? Did he enter did you enter that vehicle without permission?
Yes, I did.
All right. And then you ran from the police?
Yes, I did.
And you hid for 3 hours?
It just got worse.
And then they found you, or you returned to the scene?
They found me.
Are you on probation or
They always
parole?
find you.
Yes, I am on probation.
For what?
For
Megs, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you as
Assault
well.
and battery out of
Yes.
16 district.
You understand, like pleading guilty here, this would be deemed a violation of that probation or parole. You could be incarcerated or imprisoned on that charge as a result of this plea and conviction.
I do,
Did
Judge.
you say out of Livonia, 16th,
Yes, Judge.
for assault and battery?
Yes.
All right, so you understand that?
I do, Your
You still wish to
Honor.
plead guilty?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Well, you got a bad record. What, you don't like staying out of jail, or? Seriously?
I know.
What are you doing? You got a drinking problem, drug problem? What is it?
I had a little bit of a drinking problem.
A little bit of a drinking problem. What do you mean by a little bit of a drinking problem?
When I drink, I tend to.
Well, maybe you shouldn't drink. Do you work?
Yes, I do.
Where?
I do roofing for 20 years now.
Don't drink while you're doing roofing.
Right. I saw you had a drunk driving, at least one on there. I didn't look thoroughly. Let me just double check something here.
I believe that was out of this court, Your Honor.
Were you in front of me?
I don't recall. It was 2011, I believe.
You see that? You also had another one.
Beulah,
right?
Thank you very much.
2017, I
Very
believe.
generous.
Yeah, well, you forgot to tell me about that, huh? You also had a drunken disorderly charge, retail fraud, assault or assault and battery.
He's got
Let's
like
see,
everything.
what else?
This guy needs some
This
help.
can't be any fun.
First of all, that gets expensive to have all these charges. There are fees and fines. It also gets expensive because it interrupts your work because you're serving.
I'm ordering a
month
screening
here,
and
a month
assessment.
there.
I'm accepting the plea, like I said, the disorderly as well as resist and obstruct. I'm dismissing the entering without authority pursuant to the agreement, motion to prosecutor, and I'm also dismissing larceny from an automobile. I'm going to order screening and assessment. You'll be screened and assessed today. You'll be sentenced at a later time. Let me just double check a couple things. We'll set a sentence date, and we will go from there.
January 15th at 8:30.
Similar XP, welcome. Type
second.
exclamation point seat in
15th
chat,
at
and you will
8:30.
get your front row seat there. Ivan just gifted 5 memberships as well. Thank you, Ivan, my friend. Good to have you here. Hopefully, a little bit of healing going on up in your part of the world here with the Wisconsin area. You can play bingo with that rap sheet.
Right. So what I did is
Wallflower, 22 months, one of our OGs. Thank you very much. Appreciate
I
your support.
initially gave him a bond on the, I said all the pretty much. I'm going to continue the bond, but I'm adding no alcohol. There was no indication, at least from the citation, that there was alcohol involved. So I'm adding that condition today. I'm also going to order that you go to AANA until you come back for sentencing.
Megs. Oh my goodness.
At least 2 times per week. Can you hand him a form, Tabitha? And we're going to have the sentencing on that date. You're going to go over to, so put that bond sheet, will you, Lisa,
Megs
please,
is
one of the
making
pleas,
everyone
one of the
great.
files that he tendered the plea on.
Thank you so much.
I actually have it in the case that was dismissed.
That is so
Larceny
generous.
from an automobile. And we'll put that in there. And you're to go twice a week. You're to go in person. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal
It's raining
drugs. You cannot
memberships.
leave the
That-
state, cannot
thanks, thank
violate a
you.
law.
Thank you, thank you.
You must appear in court as directed. You're not going back to Big Bear Lodge. You're not going back there at all.
No, Judge.
And we'll see you back here on that next date. Any questions?
No, that is it, Your Honor.
Megs, that is so generous.
Are you married? Kids?
That is so kind.
I
and
have one
thoughtful.
son.
I
He's
appreciate
14.
that, and so many people do
Not
as well.
married.
How old are you?
I am 42.
It's time to get your life in order, don't you think?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Joyce upgraded to jury. You got a padded seat, better view.
All right, we'll see you
Joyce,
back here.
thank you
Good
very
luck.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your support as well.
Just go across the hall.
People against Gabriel, you're going to go down the hall. I'm sorry, get your notice and then across the hall to probation, where you'll fill out a questionnaire and be interviewed. People against Gabriel Tarango.
One of the benefits of
248-355-43.
membership is you don't get slow mode.
Good morning, ma'am. Your
Bypasses slow
name?
mode.
Good morning, Gabrielle Toronto.
So the prosecutor's moving to dismiss as people have insufficient evidence of knowledge.
Yes.
They're still flying out the door. Wow. Megs, thank you very much. That is amazing.
All right, good enough. Case is dismissed. Motion to prosecutor. Lisa, take those bond conditions out, please, okay? Good luck to you, ma'am. Wish you well. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
People
Motion
against. Zimmerman, Keenan Jacob Zimmerman. 24B, 82426B.
Good morning, Judge. Mazen David, on behalf of Mr. Zimmerman.
Is there an Eric Olson out there, Lisa?
No, not on Zoom.
So
Angelique,
this is the
congratulations.
case where defendant, your name?
Keenan Zimmerman, Your Honor.
Defendant pled no contest under 771.1. This is a dog bite action. It was
dog bite.
In the groin area of the victim.
Yes.
The two of the defendant and the victim are friends.
Correct.
The dog was found later. The dog was euthanized.
Correct.
Immediately.
The prosecutor submitted a stipulated plea agreement and agreed to take this under 771.1 or have the court do it.
Yes, Judge.
I set it for sentence, notified the victim, and that's where we are today. You ready for sentence?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you'd like to say?
Judge, I'd just like to say that when this incident occurred, that the alleged victim here was well aware of that the dog had aggressive tendencies. He had been, like the court said.
Did you say the victim?
The victim, correct, Judge. They were friends, and he had been over to Mr. Zimmerman's house several times. Additionally, Mr. Zimmerman did not own the dog. That belonged to someone else. But as soon as this incident occurred,
What do you mean Mr. Zimmerman didn't own the dog?
It was not his dog, Judge.
Why is he here then?
You want to explain that further, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. So the dog was found in Carlton, Michigan, Your Honor, and basically I had a friend and his wife. They were dealing with some legal troubles, living out of hotels and whatnot. I took the dog in for the time being to keep an eye on them. They ended up getting apprehended, and the gentleman's facing some time in prison, if I'm not mistaken. I won't say any names, but long story short, dog got stuck with me. I didn't even want to keep him. I was just kind of, rehabilitating him. He was, spine showing, skin, bones, brought him back to life. And I told my neighbors, they all knew, don't go to his door, stay away from the trailer. Yeah, I was wrong. I didn't ever register him or have him licensed. I didn't plan on keeping him. But me and Mr. Olson, became a neighborly friend. I'd invite him over, we'd have conversation. He knew, hey, just text me, let me know. I told you I was changing my zero turn oil 8:30 at night. I never said walk in my house. I said I'll be out there changing the oil. And I had texts, set my statements. He knew better, and he rightfully walked up. And I had a witness report. My neighbor seen it. He knew better. He shouldn't have came walking up into the house because, he knew how Carl could be aggressive. And I had a feeling something like that was bound to happen one day, but I should have gotten rid of the dog, and I take full potential and custody on everything. Responsibility, should I say.
Head is spinning.
Yeah, I jumped right in there. He opened the door. Carl come running out after him, in attack mode. It happened under my awning. He kind of slipped down the steps, and I acted immediately. I went out there. I took a moment to restrain the bull breed, because they're hard headed, and he was standing there, and he just took one bite at him, and it happened to hit his groin area. All place he had sweatpants on. I restrained the dog within 20 seconds, probably. Back up in the house. Eric, you okay?
He said no.
It just where it ended. He ended up going to the hospital.
Did you pay his medical bills?
That's being taken care of there's a claim filed with Mr. Zimmerman's homeowner's insurance.
I see.
And they're taking care of it.
All right, the dog's been euthanized. Mr. Olson didn't show, and he wasn't here last time either. And I suspect it's because you two were friends, but at any rate, Lisa, I'm gonna need a review hearing date in 3 months. I'm simply gonna fine you. I'm just glad that nobody else is gonna have to concern themselves with this dangerous propensities of this dog. 100 fines, 150 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 375. Probation fees are 60 for 435. I'm charging 40 in attorney fees, 475 or 90 days. Restitution to be handled through civil litigation. You cannot leave the state without consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed.
Wow.
We're going to give you a review hearing date. We come back, at the end of that specified period of time, the case will be dismissed on motion of the prosecutor, so long as you've stayed out of trouble and paid your fines, okay?
Judge, he'll require a payment plan.
All right, Lisa, what do you have here? What date,
March.
first of all?
March 12th at 9 o'clock.
March 12th at 9 o'clock. Where does he work? How much does he make?
Me?
Yeah.
I pretty much, I run my own business. I cut grass and I do lawn care, home maintenance.
What do you do in the winter?
Snow removal. I'm waiting to see if it snows.
All right. How much can you pay today?
I'll be honest, I can't pay anything out of pocket today. I'm hurting, Your Honor. Very bad.
Judge, can we have it start sometime in January? Just because of the housing season?
Yeah, but he has to have it all paid by March, so I'll say 40 a week. I started on January the 17th. You don't have the money, you have to come and talk to me, okay?
Okay.
Let's see, that won't get it all taken care of by March the 12th, so, but all money due by March the 1st, okay?
Yes.
So you're gonna have to pay it all by March the 1st, and you're gonna have to pay at the rate of 40 a week, starting on January 17th. If you don't have the money, you call the court or come in here on or before the due date at 8:30. I'll be glad to give you an extension. Just don't ignore me, okay?
Absolutely. Your
All
Honor.
right. Wish you well. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good holiday.
Thank you.
Florida library prisons have signs posted. Any soft sit talk is automatic. 3 days in the hole, and it's enforced. Seriously? Feral Dragon. Whoa. I've never heard of that. So the fine, it was a dog bite. Probably the worst type of dog bite. We've got a
Jessica Barra.
We've got a
Jessica
dog
Dawn.
that sounds like it was not treated well.
Maria Barra,
It was being
248-147-011A.
But it
Good morning,
had.
So,
Oh, this lady with the tongues. Hang on.
Your name?
Jessica Ybarra.
So I feel bad about this. I was supposed to do a court to school program in December, and I had to suddenly attend a funeral,
I'm sorry for
and
that.
that was on December 10th. You were not, we didn't notify you before then?
I didn't get any notification. I got an email and it went into my spam. So I didn't see it right away.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't receive
They
that.
said that they tried to leave a voicemail, but my voicemail was not.
Okay.
Yeah, I did
Hang
try
on.
to call her multiple times, but her voicemail's full. So then I emailed with no response.
Okay.
The email's
So
not
we
good
did
for
the
me
best
either.
we could. I want you to know that.
That's okay.
She pled to possession of cocaine, controlled substance under section 7411. She was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review the report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
We've had a chance to review the report, Judge. It's
Have you
actually
seen her AA verification?
I have, Judge, yes.
Has she been going 3 times a week?
Yes, Judge.
And has she been going 3 times per week since I ordered it back on November the 6th?
Yes, Judge.
So she's been there at least 15
But
times?
she's got the full, the entire front is almost full, Judge.
Enough, right?
And some of the back's also full.
Feral
Okay,
Dragon,
good enough. What would
congratulations
you like
on
to
13
say?
months.
We've had a chance to review the report, Judge. It's factually accurate. We have no corrections, omissions, or deletions, Judge. We'd ask the court to adopt the recommendation. I'd like to ask on her behalf.
So she had an operating while impaired charge in 10. But it appears otherwise the criminal history appears to be void of anything else other than that operating while impaired charge.
Correct.
What happened with the case? Excuse me. What happened with that case? It looks like a warrant was requested out of Lincoln Park in July. Whatever happened with that?
I have no idea.
There's another one out of Centerline. What happened with that? Anything?
She doesn't have any, she got no correspondence or notifications from the courts, Judge.
That's crazy.
All right. Okay, what else would you like to say? Anything anybody else would like to say? Ma'am, is there anything you would like to say?
I just want to do what I need to do. It's over with. I'm
To what?
I just need to get my life over this. I have a grandbaby at home that I need to take care of and she
Right.
everything, and
You don't want that
Actual for
baby
this.
doing cocaine, right?
absolutely not.
Or any other drug like that, right?
Absolutely not. I
Or
almost
around
lost her
anyone
once,
using
so
You almost what?
we almost lost her when she was born, so she was born 3 months premature.
All right. Anything else?
Judge, just that, like you said, no significant criminal history. Currently, Ms. Guevara is unemployed. She was shot through the spine back in 2020, Judge.
No, 15, it's been 15 years.
I'm sorry, it was back in 2010.
He was shot through the spine.
So she was paralyzed from the waist down for a while. She had to rehabilitate, come back, and she's able to walk now. She still has some issues regarding that incident. And she's currently, are you applying for this one?
Yeah, I'm trying to do a disability, and I watch my grandbaby while my son works full time.
Yes, and her son works full-time, Judge, so every other week she has her granddaughter or the granddaughter for 1 week at a time.
Yeah.
She was never in custody on this, right?
Martha, congratulations on 12 months.
Yeah, for this, yes.
Just for the one day, though.
Yes, for
Right?
overnight, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. Kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited. If you consume food or other items with any of those substances,
No
it will be
poppy
deemed
seed
a
muffins.
violation. Do you understand that?
No poppy seed
Yes.
muffins in Michigan?
All right, I'm going to order that you submit to chemical testing, PBTs, and ETGs as follows. Bi-weekly for 3 months. If you stay clean, I'll revert it to monthly. So bi-weekly testing for 3 months. If you stay clean, it will be monthly. I want you to attend an intensive outpatient treatment program with aftercare, and I want you to go to AANA at least 3 times a week until you are in intensive outpatient treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Judge Boyd would
I
order
won't order
parenting
this
classes.
obtain and maintain employment if you're telling me she's applying for Social Security disability because she's disabled. And I will not order the court work program. 4 days jail, credit 1, serve 3. I'll let you serve that by way of community service. So 24 hours of community service. I'll give you until February the 10th of 25 to complete that, but you really should get on that pretty quickly, okay?
Okay.
All right, in terms of fines and costs, 100 fines, 150 costs, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment.
$375.
So your fines and costs total $375. You have probation fees of $240 for a total of $615. Screening fee of $60 for $675 plus the attorney fees of $40. Your total $715. You pay that. You do all these other things, you
Those
stay out of
added
trouble.
up fast.
You come back for a review hearing in a year because I am taking this under 7411, and the case will be dismissed on motion to prosecute. We're going to give you a review hearing date. It will be in roughly 11 and a half months or thereabouts. And again,
he does follow
once
up.
you comply,
Does
the
follow
case will be dismissed if you're compliant, okay?
Thank
If you don't comply, you're subject to a 90-day jail term, revocation of the 7411 status, so it would go on your record. I do feel inclined, though, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because it was not your fault. You went over there, I believe you. I'm going to give you one more day for court to scope program credit. We didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. I had to go to a funeral, and I'm sorry we couldn't give you more notice, or it didn't work out with the mail, but so I'll only make her do 2 days of community service, okay? Because I promised her if she showed up there, I would give her a day credit, and she did show up even though we weren't there to conduct the sentencing, so.
So is that 16 hours, Judge?
She'll have 16 hours left now. Okay. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Can she pay all this today, counsel?
She's gonna need a payment.
How much does she have today?
I don't have anything at the moment right now. I just had to get my car fixed. I had no heat, and
Pay $125 a month. Can you do that?
I'm sure I can.
Okay, and I'll start that beginning January the 8th. If you don't have the money at any time, you call the court on or before the due date, 8:30. we'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension, or you can come right in at 8:30 if you want, on or before any of the due dates. Okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Wish you well. Good luck.
Do you want a
Thank you
review
very
date?
much. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me.
December
Review
3rd at
date,
9.
December 3rd of 25.
Oh,
1 year out.
December 3rd of 25 at 9 o'clock in the morning. And we'll give you that notice.
That's some
Make
pretty
sure
advanced
that you
scheduling.
put that in your calendar, okay? Merry Christmas. Have a nice day. Stay away from that stuff, ma'am, please. Thank you.
We need Danny on direct to grant you a
Daly,
wish.
Timothy Patrick Daly, 24I-76085.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. What's wrong with the date, Mr. Daly? Your name?
Yes, Tim Daly.
What's wrong with the date?
I'm going to be in Texas from the 5th of February till March 10th, and they can't, we have to move it. She's okay with it. She says, I can move it to March, whatever the.
Who's she?
The prosecutor. I talked to her.
Give me the first date after that, but you got to have it done still.
Yeah, I got to have it done on the 15th.
Of February.
Yes, sir.
But we'll give you a new review hearing date, Lisa.
Thank you.
You want the first date in March?
Well, he's not coming back till the 10th, you said.
It's the 12th, I think, is the first date that she's here, in March.
Are you good with it? You'll be back by
Yes,
then?
yeah.
We'll make it March 12th at 8:30.
Okay.
And you still have to have shed down by then,
15th
okay?
of February.
Correct.
Okay,
No
so it gets
problem.
a little longer for the shed.
Okay?
Thank you.
And you
Merry
can-
Christmas.
Good luck to you. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you. People against Sykes. Donovan Avery Sykes, 24R513924.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, arraignment attorney Michael Baldwin, P 65417 on behalf of Mr. Sykes on Zoom. Sir, can you just state your name for the record?
Donovan has a ceiling
Donovan
fan.
Avery Sykes.
Judge, today's the date and time set for an arraignment. My client stands mute, waives formal reading of the general information.
Enter not guilty plea.
All right. Any resolution on this or not?
Your Honor, I'm arraigning, if it please the court, I have spoken to Mr. Sykes. He would like to act improper. So I would ask that the court allow him an opportunity to see if he could work this matter out.
I see. This is with Rockwood. Rockwood is not here today, right, Lisa?
No, they're not here today, Judge.
Yeah, we're changing dates on them anyway. So, yeah, I don't have a problem. I'll give you a personal bond, enter a not guilty plea. Is that true? You wish to waive your right to a lawyer going forward?
Correct, sir. Yes.
You can leave the state without consent. I see that you live in South Carolina, correct?
Correct.
And is the address that you have the 61
We don't need his address.
address, Chatterley?
Shadow Railway, yes, Your Honor.
All right. So
Pro
you're
per
going to
pro
have to be
se,
back
basically
here.
the same thing.
But you can appear by Zoom. I don't know why weren't you here before? You were supposed to be here before.
I can answer that, Judge. He travels as a engineer for a robotic corporation out of state. His mail reached his mailing address, but he wasn't there. He did come in.
January 9th. We don't need to hear anymore. That's okay.
He was here yesterday too, Judge.
January 9th at 9:45, you can appear by Zoom, okay? January 9th, write that down because Christmas and all that, I'm sure you'll have the notice before then. January 9th at 9:45, and you can appear by Zoom, okay? Merry
What's the
Christmas to
personal
you.
bond?
I thought I said that, didn't I? wrote it
There's a
down
little
anyway.
background here in this office.
Yeah, $100 personal bond.
Thank you, Judge.
Leave the state without consent. All right. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Good luck. People against, who do I have here? Morris. Jose Maurice Morris, 24B147444. A and B. All right, Mr. Morris, your name?
Jose Morris.
I arraigned you. You went and talked to the prosecutor, and you guys agreed to an adjournment, right?
Yes.
But you're going to get all your clearances before you come back, right?
Yes.
And that date is going to be in January, Lisa, at
January 15th at 9 o'clock.
okay. Do you want a lawyer going forward, or do you waive your right to a lawyer?
I'll waive my right to a lawyer, but I want to ask, is it possible I can get a later date than that?
Why?
Cause I got a lot of catching up to do.
How many outstanding clearances?
I think I got 3 or 4, but
I'll give you one more late date, okay? I'll go look later. Can we go to the, what is it, the 29th,
29th.
Lisa?
Yep, January 29th at 8:30.
Okay, I'll do that for you, all right? But get going. You got kids?
Yes, 2 daughters.
Yeah, we don't want you to spend money on clearances instead of giving them a lot of presents. Good luck to you. Wish you well. Have a nice one. We'll see you. We'll see you here then. Thank you.
January 29th.
January 29th, and go down the hall and they'll give you a notice,
Yeah, I'm gonna
okay?
mute him for a second. Michelle, welcome. We do follow court cases, but larger court cases, from gavel to gavel. Typically around the Christmas season, a lot of courts are not seating juries around that time. So we do a little more court hopping during this time than normal, but it's good to have you here.
She does, but I'm home all the time and we'll always go out.
Yeah, what kind of steps you taking to make sure it doesn't happen again?
We have done training and she is very responsive to the training. So as soon as she starts barking, I go out there and I say, no bark, house, and she'll come home.
All right,
come in the
keep
house.
the dog from barking, okay? I'm
Yep.
gonna go ahead and dismiss the case.
It's a dog
motion
barking
to the prosecutor, and you are all set. They're gonna issue it as a warning. Have a good day. Thank you.
Josh, thank you very much for gifting 10
People against
memberships.
Catella, Gregory, Adam Catella.
Just want to
Hello,
thank
Judge Jordan Zepke.
2-4.
Oh,
Hang
sorry.
on one second. Let me call this. I'm sorry. 24B1470158 and B and C. All right, counsel. Good morning. Your name?
Hello, Judge Jordan Zepke for Mr. Catella, who is to my right.
Looks like the prevailing wind from left to right.
Greg Catella. Gregory Catella.
So let's see what I have here. I have a super drunk, I have a possession of a controlled substance, and I have a possession of a concealed weapon, right?
Correct, Judge. There's a plea offer that should be in there in the file for an operating while visibly impaired, dangerous drug with 7411, consent, dismiss, carrying concealed.
Okay. You want to do that, Mr. Catella?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if you plead up, let's start with this. If you plead to operating while impaired, I'm going to dismiss the super drunk or operating with a high BAC charge.
0.17 or higher.
If you plead to that and you plead to possession of a controlled substance under section 7411, which means that case will be dismissed if you're compliant with probation, the prosecutor's then going to dismiss the super drunk, like I said, and the carrying a concealed weapon. And then it would be understood that if you're compliant with probation, as I said, on the controlled substance at the end of probation, the case would be dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm talking about at least that case, the drug charge, but not the impaired charge. You understood that, right?
Yep, yes, Your Honor.
That's in their book.
Operating while impaired is punishable by up to $300 in fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs, or all of those. 4 points would be added to your traffic record. Your license would be suspended or revoked in accordance with your record. And your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead on the drug charge, the possible penalties, they've charged you under a local ordinance, and this was mushrooms, it looks like. It's punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all of those. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you are presumed innocent of all these charges. If you plead guilty, you're waiving the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You're waiving your right to remain silent. You're waiving your right to a trial of any kind, including the constitutional right to a trial by jury. You're waiving your right at that trial to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses and to testify or remain silent. If you plead guilty, you're going to be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial of any kind. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And he's on a SoberLink device, right?
He is.
SoberLink will report constantly what the
All right. To the charge operating while impaired, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge possession of a controlled substance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On October 5 of 24, were you in Brownstown Township at 3:29 in the morning operating a motor vehicle on Teller Avenue West in Brownstown?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And did you drink alcohol prior to operating that motor vehicle? And if so, what did you have and how much?
I did, and some liquor.
What was it? What kind?
Okay. What kind of liquor? And how much? You had a high blood or breath result here.
We were drinking some Fireball and at least.
Be honest with me. How much did you have to drink?
I'm trying to reflect on it. At least a pint.
Pint of Fireball.
At least a pint of Fireball.
Yeah. There was some wine as well.
How much wine?
There were the beatbox boxes and 2 of those as well.
2 boxes?
Well, not like whole size boxes. They come in like they almost look like 12 ounces.
Wow.
All right. What else?
I don't know. There was maybe a couple shots of tequila.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry I asked. Why were you pulled over by the police?
I was asleep at the wheel. I was at
did you have some? And what did you have in the vehicle with you?
A eighth of mushrooms and
all right,
a switchblade.
What?
All right, and the mushrooms were yours, right?
Oh, I thought it was a firearm.
Are you on probation or parole right now?
Yeah, and the way I'm on the breathalyzer, the sober link that I blow into 5 times a day.
He's not, Judge.
And I didn't mean to be a wise guy when I said sorry I asked. I think I appreciate your honesty. Let me be clear about that.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You don't need to talk about the switchblade. Hang on, slow down. You don't need to talk about the switchblade. Right now, are you on probation or parole was what I was asking.
I think is a switchblade legal in Michigan?
You're not on probation or parole to any court, are you?
No.
All right, so you started talking about the sober link. That's just related to this case, right?
Yes, Judge. He's confusing with bond.
Counsel, do you stipulate that the was this a blood or breath test?
Blood .273, so stipulated.
For purposes of the plea, correct?
Yes.
.273. All right, I'll accept the plea.
He's lucky to be alive.
To the charge of operating while impaired. I'll accept the plea to the charge of possession of a controlled substance. I'll take that latter charge, controlled substance charge under 7411, dismiss the super drunk, dismiss the concealed weapon charge, order a screening and assessment. Where are you guys at again? Where do you work at? Does he come down here at all?
Yeah, he's
counsel.
We could be there for sentencing and the interview, Judge.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do. I don't mind. He's not going to jail, but I don't mind. I'm trying to figure out how the screening. I usually order people to come here. Where are you guys at now, counsel?
We're at my office in Royal Oak. Mr. Cattell, where are you living right now?
In Warren, Michigan.
So he's not terribly far, Judge.
Do you work down here?
No, I work over in like Garden City. Then I do construction. I do carpentry, and I'm also a tattoo artist as well. I do tattooing out of Garden City, Michigan, and then it varies where I do my carpentry and construction at. But right now, my current location for working is in Ypsilanti.
Hang on one second. Call over to probation, Tabitha, 245. See if they can get him in to do the screening today. Counsel,
have an assessment.
Can I ask?
If you
well,
want,
that's good, but I still have to order the screening by law. I have to order this screening and assessment. Would you guys consider doing a court to school program for me? I'm not going to lie to you, Mr. Catella. It's more embarrassing. You're going to be in front of, instead of 50 or whatever people in the courtroom, you're going to be in front of 250 students. I'm not going to treat you worse. I wouldn't do that. I will give him credit toward any jail, court work, or community service, Mr. Zubke. It's just an educational program. I'm glad that you're not in the area because nobody's going to recognize you, hopefully. And it's not quite as embarrassing. I wouldn't send somebody to Woodhaven High School or wherever else if they went to Woodhaven High School. At least I try not to. Is he willing to do that?
What day is it, Judge?
Lisa, do I have 3 for the January date already?
You have 4 for January 9th, and then your next one is February 5th.
How about February 5th? And that's at Brownstown Middle School. February 5th.
Is that the morning docket, Judge?
Yes, and it would start, what time does that one start, Lisa?
8:30.
So I need you there, frankly, by 8:10 at the very latest.
This is court to school. The court goes to
traffic
schools
at that
and
time of
talks
morning. So you guys really, I'd appreciate you being there by 8 so you can read the report. You're coming a long way. If you remind me, I'll promise you I'll take you first. And that will start right at 8:30, I believe.
Can I have 1 minute to just explain to him what's happening?
Absolutely. You can mute. We're going to go off the record. I'll stay right here and we'll go from there, okay? But just rest assured, I would never treat somebody worse. I just won't do that. That's not, if anything, I'm probably more appreciative of the fact that they do it, and there's embarrassment associated with it to an extent. This is just a middle school, but you mute, we'll go off the record, and then I'll wait right here, and you tell me what your position is then, okay?
All right.
Thanks.
So the judge is offering him as part of his probation or sentence or whatever he's got going on here, that he participates
I actually could call
a court to school program where the court, including the
Middleton,
judge,
is
shows
Mr.
up at a school.
He's in the courtroom.
Dylan
and
here?
talks to students about
said his attorney wasn't.
crime and the consequences of breaking the law, and this defendant
The attorney's
would have to get
on
up and
Zoom.
basically
Okay,
admit
good.
to what he did.
James Perry Middleton II, 24B147514.
Try to scare the kids straight, I think.
Yeah, and then I also have 24B147513A, B, and C. So, I don't know. You were
Mr.
driving.
Dillon.
Were you driving for them?
Your Honor, this is Alex Dillon. I'm appearing on behalf of Mr. Middleton.
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Dillon? Good morning.
Fine,
Your
thanks.
appearance?
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. Alex Dillon on behalf of Priority Waste and James Middleton. Your Honor, the matter versus James
What's your bar number?
Middleton.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're requesting an adjournment because he has filed his medical card with the Secretary of State, but they've not recategorized his
All right.
CPL.
All right, let's do this. You said request adjournment. So for purposes of arraignment, does he stand mute, waive formal reading?
Yes, he does.
Enter a not guilty plea. Do you need to leave the state to work, sir?
No.
All right, bond is 500 personal. You cannot leave the state without consent or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Your lawyer wants an adjournment. You presumably want an adjournment. I'm going to go ahead and adjourn this. We're going to give him a date in January, and he can appear by Zoom if he shows up with you. Otherwise, I'd like him here, okay? Give me a date, Lisa, in January.
January
Can I ask you a
15th at 9 o'clock.
January 15th at 9. What's your question?
I went to the Secretary of State and showed them my DOT card, and I renewed my license, so I got everything situated.
I'm not the prosecutor. Your lawyer's going to have to talk to the prosecutor, okay?
No problem.
January 15th at 9 will be your date. You can go right down the hall and get your notice, okay? Merry Christmas to you. People Against Priority Waste, I already called this LLC 24B147513A, B, and C. All right, Mr. Dillon, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alex Dillon on behalf of Priority Waste. Today is the date and time. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just, on the.
To the chase.
Misdemeanor, does the company stand mute, waive formal reading?
Yes, it does.
Skip the
All right,
formalities.
so I'm entering a not guilty plea on that, and then there's going to be a plea on the overweight charge, which is file B. Just give me wait 1 second while I write this up, and then there's going to be agreed upon fines and costs of $1,800, right?
$1,841, Your Honor.
$1,800 fine for the garbage truck being overweight. They picked up too much trash.
You just got 1,800 on here, or she does.
Okay, that's fine. Keep it simple.
All right. Okay, and then they're going to dismiss files A and C, correct?
Correct.
All right, you're authorized to enter this plea on behalf of the company?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, to that charge, overweight on file B, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accept it on file B, overweight, fines cost $1,800. Files A and C are dismissed. And on the B file, I'll just give them until January the 3rd. Is that good?
That's fine.
Have a good Christmas. Merry
Thank you.
Christmas to
Merry
you, Mr.
Christmas.
Dillon. Thank you very much.
a
Have a
great
good
day.
day. Bye now.
Thanks.
I can tell you those
Zupke,
fines.
you ready yet on Catella or not? If
Those
you're not,
fines are
that's
just going
okay.
to
I'll
be
just
passed on
give
to
you
the
more time.
consumer.
You said go where?
Go right down the end of the hall and they're going to give you your handwritten, your pen paper, your notice. Merry Christmas.
This judge is so efficient. He's flying through these cases.
You are here for the screening?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's go back on record. Stay right there if you would. Recalling Gregory Adam Catella, 24B1470158. And now the A and B and C file, the C concealed weapon has been dismissed. So your appearance again, counsel?
Jordan Zupke for Mr. Catella. Thank you for the brief intermission.
No problem. Mr. Catella, your name?
Gregory Adam Catella, Your Honor.
We're going to do you a favor and get you screened online here. So just you can wait right there, okay? What's your client's verdict on this?
Judge, I just want the court to know, and I don't know if it'll change anything. He did go to the school and his dad works in the district, but he is willing to go along with it. I just didn't know if the court would take that into consideration and an opinion about it.
Yeah, they will.
You went to Brownstown Middle School?
I went to Patrick Henry in Woodhaven High School, and my dad's the Woodhaven shop teacher up at the high school.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I mean, you went there, what, 20 years ago or so, right? I mean, you got out of high school in what?
2012.
Okay, so I'm just saying you were at Patrick Henry 16, 17 years ago anyway.
Some of the same teachers.
I mean, I don't have a problem. If you don't have a problem, is what I'm trying to tell you nicely.
Yeah, I'm willing to do it.
Okay, great. I really appreciate it. February 5th, Council, Brownstown Middle School, and please make sure that you're there on time, okay? I just, don't let me down on that because
You
they
don't
go
have
out at
to
8:30.
worry, Judge.
All right, thanks a lot. And you stay there, Mr. Catella, and the probation officer is going to conduct the screening and assessment so you don't have to drive here, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, best of luck. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to both of you. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Don't forget Festivus. We're going to celebrate that on Monday together on stream. Please join us. We're going to open up StreamYard to everybody.
Church. Who's got that file?
For airing of grievances.
I gave it to a
strength.
court appointed. I don't know. It's a sentencing.
Judge has effectively cleared his courtroom. Might be done with his docket here.
Mason's got it.
All right. Do we have anything else ready right now?
No.
All right, let's go off the record, and then you guys let me know when something's ready.
All right, he's out. He gone. We're going to jump over to another of our favorite judges right now. From Michigan, we're going all the way down to Texas. Judge Fleischer is holding court. Judge Fleischer, if you've not seen him before, he's a very different type of judge, but give him time. A lot of people, when they first see him, they're like, I hate this judge. He's so mean. He's got a huge heart, and he's actually pretty funny. So here we go. We're going to jump in there now.
I'll tell you now, we have here
This is
from
live.
November 27th, 2024 to December 17th, we have 19 skip tests. Unacceptable if this is true. Unacceptable.
I agree 100% if it's true, Judge.
So let's do this. I'm not going to give you a lot of time, but I can give you, up to a week. We can have a hearing on this next Thursday if you'd like. And I
These
can
next
give you
2 days,
all
I'm not
and any
available,
records
Judge.
that you want.
Next 2 days, I'm not available. I've got my funeral going on, and we're about to leave shortly. It's in Sugar Land, and we're going to be there all day. And tomorrow at 10 o'clock, it's going to repeat. And Friday, I've got to be at the bond hearing in Montgomery County. If you allow me, Judge, I need to get records from both the company and from Smart Star.
I have those records to you today, Jesse.
The only thing I received was the allegations.
I mean, we will send you the allegation. I will send you every piece of record that we can muster up to get to you. But I'm not setting this out 2 weeks for a bond hearing. And not when we're skipping tests like crazy. I will give you a reasonable amount of time, but I'm not going 2 weeks.
May I offer a suggestion,
Judge, the coordinator is going to be out next week, and I'll be coordinating. So Can we do it on
I'm not doing 2 weeks. This is a bond violation hearing.
May I make a suggestion, Judge? Why don't we put a ankle monitor on him? There's no way he could skip that. If we put that on, then you know if he's consuming anything.
Okay, Jesse. Just because we love you.
Just because we love you.
I love you
put the
too,
ankle
Judge.
monitor on. But I'm going to tell you now.
The feeling is mutual.
If I get any violation, and I don't care how minute it is, I'm going to grow horns and a freaking tail. Do you understand? You better look at every single thing that you put in your body, when you put it in, what it is. I don't care what holiday it is, and I don't care who you're with. You get a hot violation on that thing, I'm going to be hot. Do you understand? There's absolutely no excuse, Jesse, and I will not entertain anything if it goes hot.
I understand that, Judge.
All right, you get it today. No more excuses.
And then someone should be sending the portable report for all the violation dates, showing like the window and everything to the
All right.
attachment.
Okay, we'll send them down to get it now, Jesse, but I'm up to here. Like I tell my kids.
There's a funny song by a guy.
I understand, Judge. Is it when do you want to reset this to then, Judge?
I don't know. How old is this kid?
It's a date of arrest is July 6th.
Ryan Shoup is the musician's name. He sings a song called
We'll give you 30.
Go to
At
Hell.
that time, though, it's time to put up.
I understand.
Okay.
He was originally on 128.
Do you want to keep the 128 date?
That'd be fine, Judge.
Is discovery complete?
Your Honor, discovery is complete. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's plea or trial on that day, Jesse, all right?
I got it. Thank
Okay,
you.
man,
I
have
wish
a
I
great
could play the
holiday.
song for you.
You too. Bye-bye now.
But part of the line in
Bah
there says,
humbug.
I know it.
Grinch. Little Grinch there.
For this violation,
Hope you look good with horns and a tail.
Continue
We're all gonna go to
supervision,
hell.
get him the records regardless, and then he gets his gram today.
This judge is
All right.
great.
Come on up, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Armando Cordova Hernandez. We did the PTI, the mitigation packet. We got the agreement emailed to us on Monday. He just needs a couple weeks just to get the money for the DAP, Judge. He already has the interlock on his car because of we requested, we filed a petition for official license a couple weeks ago. So like you already approved it, so he already has the interlock. He just needs some time just to get the money for the DAP.
How long do you want?
2 or 3 weeks?
Ryan Moss,
3 weeks?
It's 200 days now. I'll give you 2 weeks. If he doesn't have it done in 2 weeks, that's
It's a
it.
noisy court here.
And thank
So is
you.
it a bench warrant?
Sorry. Actually, I was playing two audio streams. That was my fault.
Before I start walking over here.
I've got the Brandon Lane case on the docket this morning, Judge. And this is the gentleman we had set for a competency evaluation, but they filed a new case that predates the dates of, I think, the most recent last filed case. But we're just still waiting his eval.
So now we got 3?
And this is the gentleman that had done the TRAD.
What?
PDRP, but then,
When did this one?
well, I think the date predates last charge.
It
So
was literally filed yesterday,
I
right?
know it's filed, but I
The
think
offense date is back from November 30th, so it does predate the last charge.
Okay.
so.
We're
just roll this with-
Yeah, whatever you, how long do you want? I mean,
Well,
whatever you want,
We're
I
still waiting
guess.
for competency eval, so I think January 14th, the next
Yep,
date on the
do
other
it.
two, so it's set.
Yeah. Oh, you got it.
And as far as bond, I was supposed to have to do a bond hearing, but I just asked, he can't make bond anyway.
I'll keep it as it is. Yeah, okay, for sure. All right. Q, hi.
I have Isaac Petway,
These are all attorneys sort of asking favors.
and we every time we have a setting, we go through this, but it shows that he didn't make bond on one of them, but he has on the ag assault.
That's weird.
I know it's
assault,
and he's been out on bond. So Kelsey and I were speaking about this because he also has that.
I'm not gonna hold this with the cases upstairs. I mean, he's got way too much stuff up there. It's gonna go on forever.
Upstairs
We need
is
to put
felony.
this baby to bed one way or the other, you know? These cases are from May. I can't hold it just because he has all those cases upstairs. You know, I'm not going to reward someone for continuing to pick up cases, right? We got to say when. What do you want to do?
We had an offer on there, Your Honor, of a time served
Yes, Your
for
Honor,
the.
there's a 3-day Harris County offer on there.
Okay, so I need to talk to your client. If he doesn't want to take it, we got to set it.
Yes, I spoke with him. Yeah, and we can get a trial setting today.
Okay, go for it. Just,
Okay.
yeah,
Just get with
sometime
Victoria.
early February 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think upstairs the judge has a halo and wings.
And he had a 2B warrant. We had a couple of charges in here. He's in custody.
Oh, he's in custody. Got it.
I spoke with him, and he's not going to be able to make bond. He has a felony upstairs.
Oh, so he just picked up a new case.
Well, it's from April. It was just filed today.
Just picked up a new.
Why does this keep happening? It's like over and over.
Judge Fleischer does not wear a robe. He wears a bow tie, great glasses, and he has quite the suit collection. Some of them look almost. Some of
PC
them are
was found
cartoony.
on the 17th, but the charging instrument says, yes, April. Okay, so I'll leave it as is. I'm not going to do anything with it, you know. And on these cases, they're new. So you want the day after the felony?
Yes, that's
done. Yeah, for sure. Okay, thanks. All right, take care. Hi.
Judge, sorry, quick question on Mr. Manzano. Do we want to still keep the portable device as well?
No.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Judge. I have Mr. Myers on docket.
Okay.
He's here today. I know it's getting old. His felony is out of the same transaction. He had the TRAS scheduled for January 6th. I believe his felony court date is the 22nd. I believe they're using the TRAS to go to the judge without an agreed rec up there. I don't think it's set for a formal PSI. It should be resolved upstairs. Additionally, on this case, there's some discovery still missing. Always one
It's
bit.
200 days. How there can be the discovery? No way.
Missing search warrant, Judge. I think it's a residual blood and we don't have a search warrant.
How?
What?
Admin requested it. I'm not sure. This was just, this is Rogette's case. I just saw it this morning. I'm happy to call the officer to see if we can try to get it, but I know it's old.
Please,
Yeah.
today, let's roll it to tomorrow. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it for a compliance hearing. And if it's not there, then that's it.
Okay.
But I guess, how do you want to handle this? Do you want to just set it for a compliance hearing? Or do you want to set it for, I'm just,
We can roll it tomorrow if my client's period can be waived.
Sure.
And if it's not there tomorrow, then go ahead and set it for here.
yeah. Okay, done. John D.
Morning, Judge.
Hey, bud.
Judge, I am wanting to talk to you about the guy I talked to you yesterday, Mr. White. He was up in felony yesterday. He's on our docket today, and he's here. Essentially, what happened is he's here for a criminal mischief. Got some bigger problems upstairs.
Sounds like it.
He had all kinds of issues with his attorney up there, and yesterday the court.
Is that us?
Nothing, no, not it.
Court 8?
It's actually one of ours, but they've been reset. I can't send them down. They're getting into it at the tank, so we had to separate them.
Okay.
Normal stuff.
Normal stuff, says the bailiff.
What do you want to do?
It's just normal stuff.
Well, the problem is the felony is reset till February, Judge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already been an offer from the state on our case that they will dismiss it as long as something works out up there. I just
So
don't
let's
know.
do 30.
Want to do 30 days?
Yeah, and then we'll come back if nothing's happened.
When they said it's one of ours, that means we might see that person before the judge today.
We have Roman Jose Safe. We did pick up Ayden upstairs.
I can still hear the yelling. Apparently, a fight in the tank, meaning the lockup where they hold defendants who are in custody prior to or immediately after their hearing. So a little argument there. They had to separate them.
So he's on bond for 2 cases with us. He now picked up a new felony assault of a public servant. That's it. So
That's
I'm
bad.
gonna revoke the bonds. You know, he picked up a felony. So,
One of the conditions of bond was don't get more charges.
what do you want?
Don't pick up more charges.
I think, we're gonna put them down for a competency hearing as well.
What do you think, Alex? What's the great state of Texas say?
They're currently set at 2,500, so we'd want to keep
He's
it.
asking for what, 3,502, I guess?
Yeah, I think it's fine. 35.
Okay.
35 is fine. Yeah.
So no more PR bonds and then 3,502 on both. Okay.
0.3. Oh my.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks. Got that? Yeah. On 47 and 48. Okay. Hi. You ready? Good morning.
We haven't had a lot of spice in this particular court. It's just been just some random stuff, like typical Wednesday apparently.
Okay.
6176.
They're still yelling out there. Every time they open the door, every time the bailiff opens the door, you can hear the yelling. Judge Fleischer is out of Texas. Likes his Skittles.
Okay.
Big fan of Skittles.
You remember this case? This is the
Also a
young
gamer.
man who said, you're in a toxic relationship. It's gonna happen. All right, so this is where we are. The felony court, we're approaching today on a bond because the DA now knows that the wife is not a complaining witness anymore. That she's basically saying that she has as much to do with it as he did, and so forth. Their case is now.
Are you gonna try to request a bond up there?
Yeah, so we're gonna approach in a few minutes about a bond, but I told them to come here first because we have two bonds here already on this case, 20 and 10. However, in light of the fact that I believe pretty close to getting that felony dismissed or dropped out to misdemeanor, I don't know. I'd like to get these bonds reduced down to a minimum so that he can get out for Christmas to spend with his family.
Lawyer's a little quiet, trying to get the client out by
Let's do
Christmas.
this.
He's got
Go
a
up there,
felony.
see what you can do, and then come back and let me know.
He's got a felony
Okay.
that might be
So let's see what they do
dismissed
upstairs.
or
Come back
reduced.
and I'm not adverse, but I guess go find out what happens upstairs, then come back and let me know. We'll talk.
All right, thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
She's working on both fronts, trying to fix the misdemeanors and the felonies.
Hi, Anna.
Good morning.
What's so cool, there's two of us and we even brought our own prosecutor.
He's looking. You, Conrad. Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
Some coffee?
No, I'm okay.
We're here on Wiggins. He's on the bond docket.
Okay.
His felonies have been reset to 1A. Can we reset him in here to after the 8?
You don't have to ask. Whatever you need.
Well, because
You
he
know,
was so old.
I get it. Do we know what's gonna happen upstairs?
I don't. I have been in contact with that prosecutor because this was the jail calls case.
I remember.
She just hasn't told me what's going to be happening.
I guess no news is good news, right? Because we haven't heard anything bad, so that's good.
Right.
Are there any offers on the table? Upstairs.
Let me check. I think I saw one, but I don't want to misspeak.
Legal Vice is 2,500
Then
subscribers
just
away
keep us in the loop.
from 100,000, which would accomplish the goal he had set for the end of the year. It'll
Are
be
you still having
wonderful
the
for
same
his
IT
family.
problem? It was really bad yesterday and it's better today. Huh?
You get your belts done?
So I did the carving. I have to do the dyeing now. But I am going to get the two grandmas, my mother and my mother-in-law. I'm going to build them a purse. They have a good kit.
Oh, that's great.
And it's a very easy kit, so my kid can help.
Little leather work.
But I was an idiot and I bought one. And so I got to go to the store and buy a second. Because if I give like one grandma a homemade purse.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Not yet, Judge.
No, okay. I guess we'll just set it after felony and just keep us in the loop. Yeah.
But
Okay.
I will show you the awesomeness that I did.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Because like I made that one. And
Nice.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thanks, Conrad. Hi. Yes, Miss Garcia.
I'm here on Angel Rodriguez. He was here last week. You wanted him to come in. I submitted the mitigation package. I still haven't heard from Nathan. But I think it must have something to do with.
Let's see. What say you?
Prosecutor.
Great state.
See if we have anything from Nathan. No, and
Is there anything missing by chance?
The only thing, Your Honor, is that restitution hasn't been determined. It was a small accident, one car accident. He hit a gate, barely, and.
He barely hit a gate?
Correct.
Insurance, we're just waiting for the river.
And that is correct. We don't have any restitution for that gate, but I don't see any note from Nathan saying that being an issue, but we can reach out and see what the holdup is because.
Do you mind? And then I'm not going to set it far because it's nearly 180.
Come in today, so we can send him to go get.
Okay, yeah, might as well.
Because I don't think
For
he's
sure.
gonna get.
Yeah, I'm with you. So we'll send him now. I guess we'll just set you off 2 weeks regardless because you got to get the results anyway. So 2 or 3 weeks and then we'll come back. Hopefully it'll be done. Okay. And then in the interim, Alex, can you find out about that, please?
Rage Crochet, you're at 42 now.
How are you?
Rage Crochet. I just liked your profile picture.
I was ordered to be here by Attorney Rocco on Jason Herrera.
Okay.
I want to see.
The court, mitigation packet, she's turned it in.
Great. Have you done T-Rise yet or no?
I don't know if he's done a T-Rex. No, he has not done T-Rex. Jason Herrera.
Do you want to send, are they here now? Do you want to send them now? Sure, we can do walkthroughs. That way, since they're here now, they can get it done anyways. Or if you want to schedule it, it's up to you. You tell me. I mean, I would say now because they're here already. It's efficient and you can get it done. So yeah, go for it. And then 2 to 3 weeks, whatever you want. Done. Great. Okay. Always a pleasure. Mr. Carter. Amy. Yeah.
I'm actually on a waiver with Chisholm. I don't know if she's in the room.
She was, and I'll text her. Let me see.
Rage Crochet, I'm just looking at your channel. I think that's awesome. Your channel, I looked at the last live, it's like a camera facing your lap as you crochet while you're talking about court cases and things. I think you're onto something. It's really cool. Thanks for all those that are subbing to Legal Vices. He is so close.
I really like it.
What?
Your suit. I really
Oh,
like
thanks. I appreciate that, Amy.
2,500 away.
Are you staying here for the holidays? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I have people coming into town. Yeah. Are you, Judge?
No, I'm gonna go and I'm taking the kids to Fiesta, Texas.
Fiesta?
In SeaWorld. We've never been. So it just scares me because I saw the other day one of these shorts or things that someone sent me where you see the whale swimming. It just releases it releases a big plume of waste, right? And then right as it does that, it goes up and it just jumps down and it splashes everything.
We'll just have to bring a really big poncho or umbrella.
That I don't want. Okay, she's here.
Okay, awesome.
Like 5 to 10 foot.
Bless you.
He mentioned the poop. He did. The
Mr.
whales
Oko.
splash the crowd and the whales poop.
Good morning, Judge. Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great, Judge. How about yourself?
Hanging out. I got Amy here. Are we doing a waiver?
Yes.
Okay.
Drama Llama, I
Is that
was
all we
talking
got
about
today?
Rage Crochet's YouTube channel.
We have stuff for Ricardo. We have to approach Ricardo on a couple stuff today.
Okay.
This is true, Rage Crochet. Thank you, Sherry. That's awesome. This judge likes to play Fortnite with his son. I think he plays on the Switch, and he's got, I don't know what console other than that, but he shares some fun little insights. You guys are amazing. The sad news, Horsefeather, is that Jeff from Legal Vices passed away on Sunday. It was very sudden, very unexpected. As you know, he's got friends all across LawTube. Who you'll see, if you go to their channels, you'll see Danny and Megan and the Umbrella guy, Larry, the DUI lawyer, everyone he knew and hung out with, Rob, Ian, pretty much everybody was, in some way. I think I was on 1 or 2 streams where we happened to be on someone else's show together just briefly. I didn't get to ever associate with him closely, but he had a huge impact on a lot of people. He passed away. It was his goal to reach 100,000 subs by the end of the year, and he was about 12,000 away. He's now 2,500. We like to reach that goal for him, even if it's posthumously. His family would receive that award from YouTube, the plaque.
Amy, what's the last
So
name?
we're trying to help with that.
Arietta,
So thank you
ARR.
for subscribing. Karen, have fun in your mock trial.
Yeah, I just emailed you.
We'll get a hold
A lot of his closest friends are just now, getting to the point where they can talk about it. So we're seeing a lot of streams in LawTube
Mr. Arrieta.
as tributes.
Is that you? Sir, you are wanted out of the state of New York for failure to appear on a conference on a violation of probation for assault with intent.
Out of New York?
Are you waiving formal extradition, sir?
Waiving means he's not going to put up a fight. If they come and get him, he'll go.
What happened?
I was just thinking something else.
Okay. All right, sir. We wish you the best of luck. Okay. Take care.
Thank you, Judge. Might be excused.
Thank you, Chisholm. Yeah.
Yes,
Easy
Judge,
money.
thank you. Ha! Thank you, Judge.
Jeff did a lot of work with Megan.
May I reapproach it?
Very close to Danny on direct as well. Just lots of connections.
I forgot.
Kurt was a friend. They'd
There was a
been out for drinks and had some good times together.
About if Mr. Haddad take the drug test, then comes back negative, the court will take him off.
Okay.
I'll verify with pre-trial.
Okay. We're good. We'll take them off. That,
Now may I read speech?
of course, we'll.
He had a
We're
great
taking him off
voice.
randoms.
It was easy and fun to listen to. And knowing what happened over the weekend and listening to his last stream, I think it was Thursday night, and how he signed off, it'll bring a tear to your eye. He loved what he was doing. At this rate, I think this week he'll be able to hit 100,000. That's really cool. He had the best stats, yes. Salty Girl, I did not follow She Business. Obviously, that one was a little too colorful for me. But yeah, that's she's getting into trouble in prison. Apparently, can't keep calm, picking fights. Oh, Megan talked to Connor. I'll have to watch that. If you look, let me turn off the sound just for a minute. If you watch and talk to some of the streamers that live streamed with Jeff, they all say the same thing, that he just accepted people where they were and it was easy to talk with him. He was just a good guy and friendly, and everyone thought that he was, that they were his favorite. He was just a great person, a good individual. Yeah, I was watching Aussie Overlord live streaming a pretty raw, emotional show, and lots of tears all around LawTube this whole week. Appreciate those that are subscribing to the channel. It's a little thing to subscribe, but it's a big thing when the family gets a memento that shows how much the community supports what Jeff did. So, Legal Vices is the channel on YouTube, Shannon. Jeff is Legal Vices. Oh, Jen Pookie, I did see that one. Through the Vent story was, oh my goodness. That's right up there with Shabusiness. I don't know how I can discuss that one on a live, but what a crazy story. I've heard that. I did not know Jeff's family. I didn't know Jeff personally, although we both lived in the same city once, in Logan, Utah, where he was from. I did not know him personally. We'd said hi just in passing on YouTube, on some live streams. Not sure what the judge is watching here. We might pop over and see if let's see, McNally's still on break. Let's see what we got here. Let me do a quick split screen here.
Oh, it's right here. I'm sorry.
This is what we have right now. We've got McNally on break, and now Judge Fleischer went on break as well. Let's take a quick peek around. Let me see if Judge Simpson is also on break. Some of our great judges we're watching. Let's see if Judge Stephanie Boyd is up and about right now. We have Judge Webster. Let's see here. Judge Webster and Jay Regier. He's a robot. He's an android, I think. I think one day the announcement's going to come out that he is actually not human. Love him both. Michelle Smith, welcome to the gallery. Thank you very much. I'd love to see that courthouse change colors, light blue now.
Okay, I see that now.
Personalities are jumping on screen. Court security's here.
Your Honor,
Yes,
I just sent out their e-flex.
and I do have that in front of me. Thank you for doing that so quickly.
She has some wild glasses. And some that I swear are exactly the same as Emily D. Baker's as well. Yeah, Jeff did fill an interesting niche with maritime law that not many people have a lot of knowledge about. Dancing bald baby meme.
Well, I will find him partially eligible.
Rage Crochet, you met your goal by the end of the year. That is wonderful. Congratulations. Hopefully we
I
can
will
get some people
appoint
watching.
Attorney
some of
Darren
your lives.
Patterson. Attorney Darren Patterson, but now, do we have some way to get that out to the defendant? Did he stop and give us his update? I suppose part of it's on the application. But let's appoint Darren Patterson and give Mr. Patterson that court date.
Judge Webster is fun to watch when she has a
Try to get Mr. Patterson's
disrespectful
information to the
defendant.
defendant with the order that Mr. Patterson be noted, that the defendant contact Mr. Patterson.
I do see a phone number, so I can reach out to the defendant probably tomorrow since we'll be in court today.
All right, I sure appreciate that. I will approve that right now.
If she doesn't have anything going on right now, I don't see any defendants on Zoom.
So, Mr. Claiborne
We'll jump back to
is
Mr. McNally, who has this new docket coming up.
concluded. What?
Let's jump back to Mr. McNally. Just one second here. Judge McNally, where you at? Judge McNally. Where'd you go? Honorable Michael K. McNally, personal meeting room. Honorable Michael. Now my search is not working here. Michael K. McNally, personal meeting room. My phone wants me to type it in manually. It's not working. Michael K. McNally, personal meeting room. There he is. Found him. Took like 6 tries, but we're there.
Okay, thank you.
Merry Christmas to you.
God bless you. Thank you.
I
I had to
know.
bury my little brother.
What's that?
I buried him.
These actually are Judge Hessens, aren't
Well,
they?
Judge, if I may clarify, Ms. Parleen has 2 cases in front of you and she has 2 cases in front of Judge Hessen. The ones in front of Judge Hessen, because they're a dismissal, they came up before Your Honor.
I got 2 more here?
Yes, there should be 4 files from Ms. Parleen.
Oh.
For what? Should be for what?
Wait a minute. Why don't I have the other files?
They should be rubber banded together, the ones for you and the ones for Judge Hessen.
I only have 2 for Judge Hess.
No, there should be another one with your initial M on the top.
Apparently, we're missing some files. The judge completely missed the remark where she said I buried my brother, my little brother.
Can you hear me, ma'am? Oh, here it is. All right, so now I have 24B825, 27A and B, Pearline Susan Doucette Hammond. Your name again, ma'am?
Pearline Susan Doucette Hammond. My brother's name is, that's your same name as my name.
Ma'am, we're going to give you one more adjournment, your appearance. You have to rectify these things. You have to make the vehicle operable and you have to register it, okay?
The vehicle?
Right?
So Judge, the agreement is, we've already talked to Ms. Hammond's son. If they are able to register that vehicle, then Ms. Foley Carter will dismiss.
Well, let's do it quickly.
Without having Ms. Hammond come back.
Because I'm taking care of patient, honey. I'm taking care of patient.
Hang on. Please.
You've been shushed.
Stop a second. How long is it going to take to have the vehicle registered? I don't want you talking across the way here, sir. How long is it going to take them to get that done, Mr. Gay?
Judge, we've given them 2 weeks. I talked to Mr.
Give me the next court date with Brownstown. I hope it's not all the way until January.
Can I just?
No.
Can I just give the house away, honey? I can give it away.
Ms. Parleen, take a minute. Just let the judge talk.
Hang on.
Okay, go ahead, honey.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me talk.
I had that 100 times a year.
Let the judge talk.
January 15th at 10:15.
January 5th?
Can I have a turn? It's my court. Can I have a turn, please?
I want to make sure this is done by then. All right?
Judge, if they're able to do that, would the court be willing to dismiss the case without?
You good with that?
am, Your Honor. I told Mr. Gates.
Given the
that-
nature of the charges, I don't have a problem, but let's move it along here, okay?
As far as Judge Hessen's cases, Judge, are you gonna?
I already dismissed those. Isn't that what I was supposed to do? I dismissed those four.
Okay,
So
thank
just
you.
get those.
God bless you. God bless you.
Go get those two things taken care of. Will you do that for me, please? Thank you.
All right, you're all
Merry
set.
Christmas. Thank you.
Okay, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. God
Because
bless
I
you.
had brothers I had to bury. And I had to bury brothers and that breaks my heart.
I'm sorry. That's a
Okay.
terrible thing. I really
Thank you.
am.
The house out there, I own that
She's all
house
right.
because I had money. And I got my son still
Son's like,
alive
"Mom."
in here.
All right. Good luck, man.
Mother,
Merry
come on.
Christmas.
Okay, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Dejaya Wilson.
Okay, thank you.
24B147316.
The judge's soul just left his body.
Good morning, Judge Mazengate.
That was a rough one. Allison gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Allison, for your generosity.
Why weren't you here December 4th?
Because I checked.
I can't hear you.
I checked my mailbox late the day of, so.
Oh, you were already in front of me today, weren't you?
Yes, Judge. We're just asking for an adjournment to get.
She's going to waive formal reading, stand mute, not guilty pleas are entered. I have a drywall suspend. It's a $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You have a no proof of insurance citation here. We're going to give you a new court date. Default judgment set aside. Don't miss again. Do we understand one another?
Yes,
Do you know what I mean when I say don't miss again?
yes, Your Honor.
It means show up on time. Show up when you're supposed to, okay? Jennifer or Lisa, give me a date here.
January 15th at 10:15.
Okay? 1:15 at 10:15. Okay? You can go down the hall and get your notice. If you want a lawyer going forward, you're gonna have to fill out a petition for one, okay? Do you work, ma'am?
I'm definitely laid off right now.
From where?
Chrysler.
Definitely. From Chrysler.
How much do you make at Chrysler?
I make 36.
How much?
36.19.
An hour?
Yes.
Will they hire me and my court officer to come over there and work for $36.19? Will they? $36.19, huh? That's pretty good.
That's union.
Wow.
I've been off since September.
Do you make
so-
$36 an hour, Mr. Gaith? I'm just kidding.
Not all the time, Judge.
Save your money. You can fill out a petition, but I doubt I'm going to hire you a lawyer unless you're telling me they're not sure they're going to bring you back. You said indefinitely. What does that mean? Did they tell you?
They don't have a return to work date.
When did you get laid off?
September 15th.
Yeah,
Okay, you can fill out a petition. How long did you work there?
3 years in July.
Wow, and you're getting $36. That's great. Good for you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Fill out your petition. Go down the hall, get your notice, and we'll see you back here. Best of luck. Okay.
A couple of you were having trouble. I don't normally do
Jones.
this, but Rage Crochet, that's the link to
Nehemiah
your channel.
Denise
It's a little
Jones.
easier than searching for it.
19B136739.
If you like crocheting,
B and
Rage
C
Crochet.
and A. Where is she
It's
at?
on
She's
YouTube.
here, Judge. Good morning, Judge. Mazengate, appearing on behalf of.
I sure hope she's come here with some money. This is ridiculous. It's a borderline ridiculous. Your name?
Better have my money.
You see all these red stamps on here? You see all these red stamps? That's when you stood out there and thumbed your nose at the court. You better get going, young lady. It's been going on since 2019.
Correct, Judge.
I'd like to go back to 2019.
It was a good year.
Be 5 years younger. Huh?
You don't look good, Judge. You don't look any older.
Give me a break. I hope she has some money.
Judge, we're just asking.
Counsel, I hope she has some money because my patience is wearing
She
thin.
just had a baby, Judge. She's got another minor child. She's currently not working because she's got to care for the child.
She hasn't paid on these tickets in 5 years.
Understood, Judge.
5 years. 5 years. You could pick up a pop can a day. Over the course of 5 years, you'd have had the money. Right? Am I right or wrong? If you're going to be a mother, I'm serious. Act like it.
Judge, we're just asking for a small.
I know, but she's had 5 years.
Understood, Judge. I've talked to her about that. She understands that. At the time, she was living with her mother, and her mother moved to Arizona, so they never, and all the notices were going to a different.
How old is
address.
she?
How old are you now?
I know. She forgot about it
She's
or
23,
didn't know, or we were hiding the notices, right? How old is she?
23.
We filed a tax garnishment, apparently. It looks like it's stamped all over here. So we're garnishing your taxes. We never did that before, but honestly, we get a bit tired of people doing this, acting like they don't have any obligations. January 15th, right, Lisa? This is actually, I'm going to set a jury trial or bench trial too. I cannot continue to do this. I mean, this has been going on, like I said, for 5 years. I'll give her January 25th at what time, but I'm also setting a jury or bench trial.
For that same day, Judge?
No.
January 15th at 10:30. And then do you want jury or bench?
It's up to them.
Did you want a jury trial or bench?
I don't know what either of those mean.
You talk to your lawyer further. Hang on. We're going to set that before you go. And I'll give you January 15th as your new pretrial date, but I'm going to end this case sometime before I leave this bench. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good enough. Wish you well.
Thank you.
You're going to come back in front of me, so don't leave. Good luck.
Just have a seat outside in the hallway and I'll.
Actually, I'm just setting it for jury. Just set it for jury, Lisa.
He's done.
First,
oh my
the
goodness.
last Friday in January or first Friday in February.
January
Calling
31st at 8:30.
Calling Ms. Foley Carter.
Judge, if that's going to be on my docket, I've got a preliminary exam scheduled in Adrian on the 31st.
At what time?
At 9 o'clock.
Do you think this is going to go?
At this point, Judge, I couldn't tell you.
Judge, in January, it switches over, so it'll be a different attorney.
Okay. January 31 at 8:30. Is that a good jury trial date for you, Ms. Foley Carter? I'm setting this for January 31 at 8:30. And I heard what you said, but the new lawyer will handle it, okay?
Okay.
I don't know how she's going to dig herself out of this hole. How is she supporting herself? Is this the father of the children?
Yeah.
Well, she had a job, but when she got.
I just asked her. I can't have people talking across the.
Yes, that's the father of my kids, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you here on the 15th. Do the best you can, but you don't get off to a good start with me when you play this game. And you've been playing a game with us for 5 years. Good luck. Stephen William Church, 24B1471400M.
Good morning, Judge. Mazin Gates, appearing on behalf of Mr. Church. Here's the date and time set for sentencing.
Your name, sir?
What's the sentencing hearing?
I'm kind of impressed. You got as many retail fraud cases as I've ever seen from one defendant. You know, I would have thought you'd have to live till you're 128 to get to this. You got 14 retail fraud convictions. You don't want to work or what?
I do work now. I went to prison and changed my life.
Well, shocking. Shocking that you went to prison.
14.
After only 14 of them, plus some other ordinance violation out of the 19th District Court that's not identified, plus a domestic. And now he's pled guilty to telephone harassment. And I am ready to sentence him, and I'm not the least bit amused. That is all I will say. You can go ahead and tell me, counsel, whether or not everything in the report is
It's actually
accurate.
Judge.
Anything you would like to say on his behalf?
Well, with regard to the report, Judge, we have no omissions, corrections, or deletions. We just have just a note with regard to the third item, the court work program. Mr. Church lives over an hour away. So if there could be accommodations made that with regard to him being able to satisfy that requirement without having him to drive all the way here, we asked the court to
say that again.
Because he lives over an hour away.
Yeah.
So if he's going to attend the court work program, he's going to have to drive.
You might live really
an
close
hour to get here.
Okay.
In order to make it, and I know that sometimes they start early at, I believe, 7 or 8 o'clock. So we'd ask the court just to take that into consideration. But moving forward, Judge, with regard to Mr. Church, He is 39 years old. He's been employed with Waterford Collision as a tow truck driver for the last 5 years. Although, as you mentioned, he does have a significant criminal record. He did do some time back in 2018. He did get out, and since getting out of jail, Judge, he's had steady employment. He's had no other contact with the law enforcement or the legal system other than this pending case. He does have 3 children, 2 of whom are minors, and he knows that he needs to be a good role model for these children, Judge. And the complaint.
He's not gonna be able to see him if he keeps talking to his ex-wife like this.
Well, that was the issue, Judge. With regard to the incident between himself and the complaining witness, he understands that this is not the proper way to handle this. And this is ultimately boils down to a custody issue. And I did inform him that the proper venue for those issues would be family court, Judge. He does understand that. And I know that he wants to address the court as well, Judge. That right, sir?
Yes. I can't wait to hear this. You might save yourself. What do you want to tell me?
I've been in mental health since I got out of prison. This has been going on for 2 years. It got better and then it got worse.
Gotta relax.
I should have kept my words to myself.
What does that mean?
I shouldn't have said anything to her.
You should have had better self-control.
Yes, ultimately better self-control. That's something that I still need to work on. And I completely understand that I am responsible for my actions. And I'm willing to do whatever I can to put this behind me and move forward.
Celestial Force, I don't think they fit together. Mega Blocks are a different size than Legos, but they're very similar. I mean, the principle's the same. I think the Mega Blocks are for younger kids. Different company.
I don't like people threatening people. We have far too much violence in this country. I don't know why everybody's so angry. I really don't. I have some theories. I have some ideas. Never thought I'd see it get like this. I don't care what it's about. I really don't. No idea why people are so angry. I guess some of them never stopped to think we're just not here that long to begin with. I mean, I guess if we got to come back here 28 times and live until we're 96 each time, maybe you could spend a few hours or few years being angry. We're not here that long. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I never have. It's gotten worse. I don't know how it's going to stop, where it's going to stop. But people assaulting people, shooting people, threatening to kill them. I don't understand it. And you got a big problem with me right now. And somebody's going to say, some defense lawyer or somebody, oh boy, he only had 1 domestic violence. Yeah, I know. But this is the totality of your criminal involvement. And somebody else is going to say, well, he's got mental health issues. I get it. I get it. It's been pretty apparent, I think, that you've had some issues going on now for 20 years. Your criminal history started in 2004. And it's just continued. And this stuff about mother effers ending up dead and all that, we're not playing video games here. These are not video games. He hasn't been able to see his kids lately, right?
I do see my other 2 kids. I just haven't seen him since some.
This is your number. The numbers end with 0556, right?
Yes.
It's just such ugly talk.
Judge spitting the truth here. He also has a decision to make to decide if this individual goes to lockup or Gets another
I guess some people just don't think words have meaning. Nobody should live in this country in fear. Shouldn't have to do it. I'd like to think nobody should have to live anywhere in any country in fear. When your ex or the father of your child or children starts making these kind of comments and threats, I don't know how anybody can feel comfortable. Obviously, the prison time didn't help you think about where you were going with your life. I'm telling you, I just don't understand it. I weep for this country in a lot of ways. "21 months probation." If I let everybody finish?
Yes.
21 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. Change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number. You must notify probation. You have to report as directed. I fully recognize that this case, there's a presumption of probation. I get all that. I'm still looking at somebody that has roughly 16, 17 convictions, including a domestic, including this. I'm going to order you have no contact with Madeline Fritz. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You're to attend an anger management program with 12-week follow-up. You're to continue your mental health treatment with CNS. You're to pay fines. And he did not spend any time in jail on this at all, right? 200 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 4.25, screening fees 60 for 485, probation fees are 420 for 905.
He does all this math in his head real quick.
I am correct, counsel?
Sounds
If
right.
you'd like, Judge, I can do the numbers.
You did not have any, you didn't spend any time in jail on this,
No, I
right?
didn't. I was issued a ticket and I came to court.
21 days jail. You're going to serve 15 now. You're going to serve 6 days of community service in lieu of jail, and I'll give you until February the 20th of 25 to serve that. You owe the court $905. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I will let you pay these fines and costs as follows: $40 weekly. I will start this because I realize you'll be in custody for a while. I will not start this until March the 14th. If you don't have any money on any of your due dates, you call the court. We'll go on Zoom, or you can come in here and I will give you an extension. So either way, what's better is your choice. But you are in custody now. And I'm just, I'm telling you, you're going to stop committing criminal acts or you're going to have a big problem. Have a seat.
So judge does add on some 3 weeks of
Judge, if I
jail
may,
time.
just with regard to the counseling with CNS.
Yes.
He said through his employment, he did get insurance. So he's actually going to a private therapist.
Come here. I'll just say mental health treatment as long as it's approved by probation. Okay, Mr. Gate?
Okay.
You understand that? So it doesn't have to be with CNS.
He doesn't have
I'll
to go
just
into
say
custody
continue with
today,
treatment at facility approved by
but he
probation.
will have to
Good
serve
luck.
3 weeks between now and sort of.
Sir,
the
do
end
you
of
have a
February.
case in here? Do you have a case in here? Oh, Gerald, how are you? Jeez. How's it going? Come on back here.
Coming up, friend.
Yeah. One more, James.
What are you doing in
James
my court?
Jones.
Oh,
He
didn't recognize
He
you.
called, he said he was in the hospital.
Well, adjourn.
I asked for proof.
Yeah.
I didn't receive proof yet, so I think Mr. Gates is gonna give him a call.
I'm gonna give him a call. If he
Okay,
can
sounds
submit
good.
proof,
Sounds good.
we'll bring it in.
Come on in. Come on in. Nice to see you, man.
I guess it's an old buddy, a college buddy or something. Yeah, that's. So we'll bail on Judge Judge McNally here for a bit. I haven't been to Judge Sylvester in quite a while. Let's see if we can see what he's doing right now. He's got a couple people in front of him. Judge Sylvester. There we go.
But I think at this point, we probably should go ahead and at least set a preliminary hearing. It may be for waiver, but at this point, I think it'd probably be better to go ahead and try to get that scheduled.
I can't even remember where it's
and
at.
then we'd also ask to be heard on the issue of Mr. Andrews' bond.
Okay, let's go with bond first.
Okay.
Because that will kind of determine how we want to set the preliminary hearing.
Certainly, I understand. Thank you, Judge. The bond is currently set at $50,000. In talking with Mr. Andrews, he advises he has 0 criminal history, was employed at Taco Bell before being arrested. He would live in Harrington with his family. He can stay there with them. His grandmother and grandfather live in Pratt. He graduated from Skyline High School there in Pratt. So we don't believe that he's a flight risk.
Anybody recognizing this
and
area?
So we would ask the court to consider reducing the bond. Even if the court believes that electronic monitoring would be necessary, we believe he could still be in the community pending disposition. So we would ask the court to review the bond.
The wood paneling is
okay.
Dated.
And once again, what are you asking for the
Kansas?
Well, if we were to reduce it, I would suggest perhaps 25,000. If I would assume the court's probably not inclined, given the nature of the charges, to do an OR bond, but I would ask to consider that, maybe cutting it in half.
Maybe it's his brother, long lost brother.
Okay.
General Custer. He's got
Ms.
great hair.
Beverland, do you have a?
As a surety bond with bond supervision, I can live with that if that's something you can post. I do want bond supervision that we keep tabs on him. My concern is his access to internet, various chat rooms, and I don't know how you monitor that. But I guess if you could do some sort of order that, I mean, he can stay off of the chat rooms in the various messenger groups, such as Kick and another one. Kick Messenger is the big one. I'd ask for that. Might have just been a judge.
What is this offense? If chat rooms are an issue? Thank you for all
This
this
is
subbing to legal advices.
and I just want to I just want to double check this. All these charges are involve the trading of and not producing.
This is a corn case.
So I mean,
we're in Kansas. This is a corn case.
So it's not like
let's see. Let's jump over to Judge Fleischer.
Someone he knew involved. He was just taking these pictures, and I don't mean just. I mean, these are serious charges. But he was trading. He's accused of, and I don't want to. I mean, he is presumed innocent, but I just want I just want to make sure that there's that these were the trading of images off the internet.
When I reviewed this case, I did have follow-up questions to make sure that there's no indication that they were being produced here in Pratt County. And the answer to that was no. I don't know if he knew any of these victims or not, but they do not.
So this is a pretty serious case. We're going to bail. We're going to jump back to Judge Fleischer.
Okay.
That one's a little much. Let's see.
Okay, this is the thing. I would ask him what he was normally if it's an abuse warrant. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
like we didn't have a report if we had.
Yeah, but
scenes,
I can't like share it by just
Okay.
like clicking on it, but I'll share them. chosen. So there's only one decision yesterday.
Apparently, the last case, downloading images off the internet. There are some images which are
You want to go
illegal.
to the list?
He found them.
Next Thursday. He's in trial now, so. And he does the big complicated, so it's, no, when you're in trial and that, it's, you got tunnel vision, you know?
Yeah, he's dodging a subpoena. So they slid it under the door. He's got a technical violation now. He's going back. So
My desk arrived.
Super
excited.
Oh, no, he didn't, no, he left. We never ended up talking about it.
We still have to call you, so I know the complainant didn't say anything about her. Does she?
Yeah, something.
You got a second to talk about Garcia?
Sure. I think Manny's in that courtroom.
No, he left. And we never, he left. We never ended up talking about it, actually. So
Oh, yeah. I think he stepped out to call me because I was just on the line with him.
can I pull the state up and we talk and see? Or what do you want to do?
So
Alex.
I think what Manny is going to do is going to give client a call real quick to double check on something. I
Okay.
initially put my review in as a case to set for trial.
Okay.
Although the state has mentioned to Manny the possibility of him being able to be approved for PTI. He has like an old interference case from way back when.
It says, I have in our notes that you were going to eval for trial. Oh, Manny, you're here. Manny's here now. I'm going to let you go. Okay.
All right, cool. Thanks,
Bye.
Judge.
Okay, I was calling about Garcia because we never ended up talking about it. Just tell, you want to set it or do you want to do something else?
Potentially.
Really? So? Oh, I see. Okay, so you tell me what you want to do. It's getting up there. It's 180, so we need to know.
Rage Crochet.
Take your time. No rush.
Turn him down a little bit. Just want to say thank you for helping me reach my subscriber goal and surpassing it a lot. It means so much. Thank you, RA, for all you do for all of you for subscribing. I'm truly grateful. Rage Crochet, it's awesome. I like to see people do new things on the internet, and crocheting and talking court is a great mix.
Up as soon as you hear trial.
I can only crochet a chain. I think that's what you call it. I don't know. I can make a very long chain, but that's the only thing I know how to crochet. Congratulations and thank you for the super chat as well. All right, we're going to go to a break here for lunch. I'm looking. I know we've got Judge Simpson just ended his day for lunch. We've got a little more court hopping to do to jump around. I have this new desk. I will not be able to build it on lunch. The new desk. Let me show you just really quickly. My desk is full, right? I even have like a computer on a little swivel arm over here. And yes, you did see that I have some Southern Febreze handy next to my desk in case one of those bugs comes back. Lemon flavor, by the way. My desk is full, and there's a desk. Well, it's actually a painting ladder, one of those extension ladders that it has like 3-foot sides that can extend and drop down and go up, and then it has a long flap as large as the desk. It has equipment all across it. My new desk, the new desk which just arrived, wasn't supposed to get here till tomorrow, is 6 feet long instead of 4 feet. Right here, like in front of me, it's 6 feet, so it'll extend further that way and right. And it's an L shape, so it goes back another like 3 feet the other direction. It's a standing desk, which means I'm going to get better circulation and I'll be able to feel my feet after the end of the day because I'll be standing. And it can hold almost all my equipment. So maybe for Festivus, we will have a completely new setup. And it's got lights and stuff. It's got little shelves, and I'll have monitors closer so I can actually read them. I'm super excited. So desk building will have to happen, but I need to actually, you can't see, my studio looks like it's just electronics. There's stuff that I need to take care of around here. But maybe for the weekend. How much do I have to super chat for the calf cam? Adams, this is not OnlyFans. This is not OnlyFans. I'm super excited. I decided that my health is very important, and I haven't been taking care of it as I should. And standing will help with my circulation. And I'd like to be doing this for a long time. So I want to. I'm trying to do that. So yes, I'm very excited. I'm not excited for how long the reviews say it takes to build. They're like, plan on 3 hours. So, and usually it's longer because I build for like 2 hours, and I'm like, this isn't making sense. I guess I do need the instructions after all. Then I have to take it apart, put it back together again. That's probably going to happen. I heard you read the CAFCAM comment and knew it was Adam or Greener's Weather Watch. Yes, it was. All right, we're gonna take a lunch break. Encourage you all to have some delicious food for lunch. I think we're out of the sourdough bread that our neighbors brought over, but it was so good. It was so good. I still have some more of the cranberry and pepper jam, which you wouldn't think go well together, but they're really, really good. It's jalapeno and cranberry. I'm liking that a lot. It's like cowboy candy with cranberries. So I'm going to figure out, I think I'm going to make some sandwiches. I know we've got a lot of deli meat in the fridge. So burger and Lay's chips sounds great. We'll be back this afternoon here. Give us about an hour for lunch, and we're going to keep an eye on what's happening in the courts around the country. Any updates that are coming in, some of the big cases, we'll be following those as well. Thank you to everyone who subscribed or has subscribed to Legal Vices on YouTube. Just a quick update right now. We're about to hit 98,000 subscribers. So 2,000, it's doable. It might happen today. It could happen today if we share the word a little bit. But that would be awesome. Let's see. I can. I think we've got it all set up here, right? All right. I thought I had the link, but I don't. Yeah, spread the word. If you've got some friends, say it would be nice to do this. This probably isn't going to change your timeline much. Jeff passed away. There won't be no more movies with Jeff, sadly. More videos with Jeff. But I do encourage you to go back and watch some of his old ones. He was amazing at what he did. Had a big influence and a big inspiration on so many people who we now watch and associate with on LawTube. So have a good one. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love. Smile at someone. Make their day just a little bit better. And please stay safe till we go live again in about an hour. Have good lunch. We'll see you afterwards. See you guys. There's a link to his channel. Have a good lunch, guys. See ya.